that was a sweet text from him, right? Like, hey, I've been waiting years to come on. Bam, we're live. Good morning. Matsu's in the house.
What's up?
Good to see everyone here. Dale King from Doc Spartan is coming on here in a few minutes. I yesterday after I got the Matuthian, I was like, oh, I need to have Dale on and kind of dig through the whole Doc Spartan website. What a great company, what a great thing he's doing. I'll have him give the synopsis of what is Doc Spartan, but it's a great way to spend loot. It all goes to a good cause, keeps it in the family. I love keeping money in the family. Man, their website has exploded.
Yeah, they got some good stuff. Did you ever watch his Shark Tank episode?
Maybe like right before the first time we had him on.
Yeah.
Maybe right before the first time I had him on, I did the Shark Tank episode. Beaver.
Morning, Caleb.
Good morning, everybody.
Caleb, you asshole. It's 10 a.m. there. You can't use a 7 a.m. voice.
Good morning.
Thank you. How long you been up?
Approximately 30 minutes.
Wow.
Me too.
Hey, is it freezing in the motorhome in the morning?
Yeah, dude. Can you see my coffee? Look at this.
Oh shit, dude.
Yeah,
It's like frigid in here. It's crazy.
hey, I got a couple of like just public policy, like PSA things to cover before we get to Dale. I cracked the code this morning on when you're supposed to cut your pubic hair. Oh, you really like this, Dale.
Oh, well.
Before a business trip.
There's just general things about wisdom that you just have to, that no one tells you. And like I cracked the code because I'm growing out my beard, and your beard reaches a point where it starts to hold water.
Right.
You know that point? You're like, okay, this thing's holding, like you dried and then later you touch it like while you're, making your coffee and you're like, wow, there's like water in here. Like this thing's like, if your pubic hair, and that's when I realized, if your pubic hair hold water, like if when you pull on your underwear after you dry it off and you get like a splash in there, there's too much.
Wow.
That's it. So you just take it, and what I use, I have those like all-purpose shears from Home Depot that like you can cut like paper or like small nails. You can cut like little nails with them, like penny nails or something.
Don't make a mistake.
Yeah, no, it's always weird putting scissors down there. Penis is like, yo, what's up? We're good.
Turtles up.
But you just take a big handful and you just cut off the holding water ones, like just like like.
The fact you have a handful of pubes to latch onto is insane.
I have one more piece of wisdom I want to give you guys too. Once a week,
let me write this down.
once a week, someone will be like, "Hey, dude, you liked your own post or you liked your own comment."
like every day.
Like there's some sort of etiquette. Like I post something on Instagram and I shouldn't heart. Let me tell you something, you idiots. You're the same people who like demand I put my card away. Listen, you non-playable characters, you drones. The first thing I do after I post is I love it. It's the first. It's like when I get a shower, the first thing I do is I look in the mirror and I give myself a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Like literally, I'm like, "Hey, Stevie, what's up?" Ooh. Like
you wouldn't have posted if you didn't like it.
Yeah, if you're not liking your own post, and let me tell you, I don't need any like military guys who I like admire, who I think are men, then texting me about the etiquette of liking my own post. You jerk off.
Self-love.
Listen, when I send a text to the group chat and I say, "Hey guys, Josh Bridges is having a kid. I wonder if they're going to name it Lazar." And then I laugh at my own comment. I actually put the laughing. I actually in text thread. I actually laugh at my own shit. It's fine.
Oh my God.
If I didn't think it was funny, I wouldn't say it. What the fuck is going on here with all these rules?
Dude, just a little starter money in the tip jar. That's all.
Thank you. Yes.
No one needs to be shit
money in the tip jar.
Yeah, is that unethical, Dale? Will we weigh in here as our guest? Is it unethical? You open the coffee shop, you put the tip jar out, and you put a 1 in there. Is that unethical?
No, not at all. That's capitalism.
Good. Okay. Good. All right. If it's virtue,
God.
Little starter money.
Sevi calls the cops on people who don't like their own posts. Yes. Thank you. Jedediah Nelson, he's a legend in his own mind. That's true. Nailed it.
Starts there.
All right.
Oh,
Dale King, founder of Doc Spartan. Good to have you, buddy.
man, I tell you what, it is good. It is good to be here. In the spirit of gratitude, I'm grateful that not only I got you, Savvy, but probably the better of the two. I got Uncle Caleb and Uncle Matty here. So I don't think I'd rather be doing anything in the world right now.
Dale helped, more than helped, funded a documentary that came out of Portsmouth, Ohio, an amazing documentary. What was the name of it again, Dale?
Small Town Strong.
Small Town Strong, great documentary, great story, a lot to learn from. Pretty intense twist in the middle of the story. It's never more important than right now. Small Town Strong. I highly recommend it. Check it out. You won't be disappointed. Oh shit, 36 5-stars. Congrats.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Yeah, great movie, beautifully shot, great twist in it, very educational, very appropriate to watch now. Hopefully, we're going to get some. Hopefully, there won't be too many more stories told like this. Dale's CrossFit gym is in the epicenter of the opioid epidemic in the United States. Dale's been a huge part of giving people in that town opportunity. A lot of people would have left. A lot of people would have left the town you lived in.
Well, I did.
Oh, well, you left to go serve our country.
Yeah. I left for college in the military, and was fortunate enough to come back. But I mean, that's the thing too. Like a lot of these towns, Rust Belt towns, all up and down Appalachia, it's kids are never told, hey, what are you going to do in the community when you graduate or you come back? It's just like, hey, man, get on the first thing smoking and never come back. So brain drain's a big part of these towns. And my wife and I are born and raised in Portsmouth. And because I thought I was going to be contracting or working for a 3-letter agency, and an opportunity came back to work in Portsmouth. And I was like, hey, Tia, do you want to go back home to where we never returned to? And she was like, no, not really. I was like, all right, sweet. Let's pack our bags and see what happens. But yeah,
And
man.
when you say, go ahead, Caleb, sorry.
No, I wasn't saying it. No.
Oh, and when you say opportunity arose, you created the opportunity.
Yeah, for sure. I mean,
I offered a job at 7-Eleven. You're like, oh, I need to do something here. You were compelled to do something.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, a big part of that's CrossFit. So I started CrossFitting towards the tail end of my military time in 2007. Came back and was just like, man, just completely bathed in the Kool-Aid. And a couple years later, I was working for the federal government for the Department of Energy, and thought that was like the coolest thing I could be doing. But in parallel, just found an abandoned warehouse, started charging people $5 a workout to come get just absolutely massacred. I mean, completely unsafe, no coaching experience, but knew I had a heart and a passion for it. And from day one, our original tagline was, "In a town devastated by weakness, we choose strength." And when
Dale said he worked for the Department of Energy, what Dale would do is after Sam Brighton would come back from the airport, he would help Dale would help Sam Brighton dig through the luggage he stole, and Dale would pick out Dale, what were you? You were fourth on the line to get to pick out what clothes you wanted. There were 3 guys ahead of you.
At least fourth on the line.
Did you ever meet Sam Brighton?
I did not. I did not.
Bummer.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you are confused at all why we have a new president, it was a slam dunk because this was a nuclear engineer and ex-Biden official Sam Brighton.
Wow.
He got in trouble for stealing women's luggage at airports. And then he got caught years later wearing custom outfits. Can you believe this guy was in your department handling nuclear waste?
Actually, I can.
No.
Oh,
Unfortunately.
Actually, I can. you know, so my small, well, I don't know. I worked maybe 5, 6, 7 years as a federal employee, and you guys will appreciate this. It's just like every kind of position I've been in my life, it's always like, well, when I get to this level, I'll really know what's going on, and because these people have all the answers. So I was a contractor for a while, and then I became a Fed. So basically, my job was to regulate the people that I used to work for, which was interesting.
Mm.
And so I was like, okay, now I'm behind the green curtain. Like we all have the answers here. And the people that work for the government were actually less intellectually capable than the contractors were.
Isn't that wild?
Yeah. I'll never forget. I was like leaving. I was a GS 14 at age like 29 or something.
That's insane.
And I was like, dude, I'm out. Like, I'm leaving. And I just got emails. This is the dumbest decision you'll ever do. Like retirement benefits, the whole thing. And I was just like, I don't want to be like you guys when I grow up. Like, this is not what I want to do. But
and just so you know, that's not a Halloween costume or an isolated incident. This guy, Sam Brighton, dressed like this, like in professional situations.
Yeah. Yeah. And it has
wild.
like, yeah. Yeah. And
hey, does it all come down to one thing? There's so many stories like this, but the two I think most famous stories that I've heard is during the mass migration of immigrants from Europe to the United States. The United States government tried to ship them here, and they failed horribly. I actually heard this story on National Public Radio. And as soon as the private sector got into bringing immigrants to the United States, because they were competing against other ships and other boating companies that were bringing them here, and it was just everything went seamlessly because there was competition. And then the other one was the making of the railroad. When the government was making the railroad to cross the United States, they actually missed each other when they tried to connect. And then as soon as they got the private sector in there, that shit all got fixed because people don't want to waste money. There's way much more on the line. There's more pressure. They want the next contract. Is that all what it comes down to? Just like, hey, people aren't going to waste their own money in competition?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's a situation to where the private sector does not do a better job than the public.
And it's out of motivation.
Sure. Like that's the way the market works. You provide the appropriate incentives and then let the free market do what it does. The problem is not capitalism, it's cronyism. So you've got big, I'm really familiar with the big pharma situation, but basically you got big pharma situations doing legitimately drug deals with government officials to get their products passed through and FDA approved. And that actually eliminates competition.
Mm-hmm.
Cronyism, the appointment of friends and associates to positions of authority without proper regard to qualifications.
Yep.
Bought and paid for.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yep.
So then you come home, you come to Portsmouth, you open the CrossFit gym, and then eventually there's the birth of Doc Spartan, so what happened, the reason why I invited you on is yesterday I noticed my Matuthium was getting low, and I went over to the Doc Spartan website, absolutely beautiful, growing, and I saw that my beloved Matuthian was on sale. So I'm like, oh, guess what everyone's getting for Christmas? And I bought 7 jars. And what's crazy is my kids absolutely love that stuff. The biggest problem I have with Matuthian around the house is they leave the lid off.
Yep.
And they spill that shit. I'm so glad I haven't had a jar dump on the bathroom floor.
It's my marketing strategy. Dump it out and buy some more. The boys are listening.
They leave the lid off. They love dipping their toothbrush in it. That shit spills everywhere. My wife it looks like someone had a sandblaster in there every time. But my boys absolutely love it. And then so I bought 7 jars because it was on sale. What a great deal. That's not going to happen very often. But tell me the origins of the Doc Spartan marketplace.
Yeah. Well, first of all, thanks for buying your own product.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That's like my mom said, can you send me one? I'm like, no.
Feel free to text me anytime you want to buy something. I'll make sure you get it.
DocSpartan.com. Get your ass over there.
Yeah, I mean, long story short, like anything good in my life has kind of happened from the gym. What would be my business partner, Renee, she was kind of, typical at-home mom. She was making all natural products, kind of selling them at the farmer's market. And
Typical hot mom at home. Sorry.
Yeah, yes. She's by the way, she's on the market. So
Oh, wow. Wow. Okay.
I'm sure she's really happy with me publicly announcing this, but
She does, and she does jujitsu too, right?
she's a loves jujitsu. She does a kids jujitsu instructor. She's a yoga instructor. She really does 98% of all the work at Doc Spartan.
She's not on a droid.
She has her own iPhone.
She's blue bubbled. Yep.
Listen, it used to be you look for a boyfriend. Does he have a car and a house? Does he live with his parents? Now it's just, does he have an iPhone?
Is it green or blue bubbles? That's what we need to know.
I have her in my phone as Hot Doc Martin BJJ lady.
There you go.
Doc Spartan. Okay, sorry. Okay, go ahead. So
you're good. So at the time, I was doing a lot of work with adaptive athletes. And, when those guys, where they're running a 5K or doing a bunch of pull-ups, wherever their limb fits into their prosthetic, it gets pretty chewed up, like lots of blisters, rashes. And so I said, hey, like, do you think you could make like a first aid ointment, and we'll give it to the people that we know as adaptive athletes, see if it works. And if it's good product, we'll just sell it inside the gym. That was 2015. And we gave it to everybody in the gym. Everybody said, hey, it worked on my kid's diaper rash. I used it on the surgery. I used it for tattoos. And I was like, well, shit, I guess like, let's figure out how to sell this online, and like YouTube, how to do an e-commerce store. And the goal was try to get one sale a day. And then literally a year from the time we opened in 2016, we were filming an episode for Shark Tank.
Hey, dude, it's cool that you say that, one customer a day. That was my goal with the subscriber. Like Matt and I were like, we just need to put on a subscriber every day. That would be really cool. That would be satisfying. Not lofty, not to get to 10. We didn't have a 10 million goal. If we can get one subscriber who actually likes the show every single day, good to go.
Yeah, man. And I think like that's the part of like bootstrapping and starting your own business, whatever that is that like those first year or two, those moments are magical. It's like you create something, it's something from your head, and you manifested it into a physical idea, and you throw it out there, and then somebody actually purchases it. You're like, holy shit, this thing works. Like this whole capitalist society stuff really works. Mm-hmm. And small goals lead to bigger goals. And man, it's crazy. I never considered myself a businessman growing up whatsoever. And to see that, put that magic out in the world and see people take part of it, man, it's so meaningful.
And your employees have some special characteristics around them, right?
Yeah.
At Doc Spartan.
So we really started taking off, especially after we aired on Shark Tank, and in kind of parallel now, moving forward to like 2018, the gym started doing classes for people. We got a contract with a pretty big recovery agency, and started doing CrossFit classes for them.
Drug recovery. Recovery. Okay.
Yeah.
All drugs, from alcohol,
substance use. Yeah. Yeah. Any sort of substance abuse. And I had no idea about that field or recovery or social work or counseling or anything. And first couple guys that got through were like, hey man, like, thanks for everything. We're on our way out. We're done with the program. And I was like, okay, cool. Like, what's next? And they're like, well, I got to go check myself into a homeless shelter, because if I go back home, I'm going to end up relapsing or worse. And I was like, shit. So I was like, all right, man, come to the gym tomorrow. I'll give you a broom and a mop, and we'll figure something out. And we're Doc Spartan manufacturing and fulfillment. It's part of the gym as well. So it's all co-located.
What was your first product again? Skin ointment, you said?
It was a first aid ointment, what we call combat ready ointment. So it's an all natural first aid ointment. And so from there, he would show up, and he would basically work out as much as he wanted, and kind of swept the floors. And then I was like, well, hey dude, we can show you how to print off orders and fulfill orders and kind of make some of this stuff. And that was 2018. And so basically after that, Renee and I just made the decision that any kind of job opportunities we would give first dibs to people in recovery as a way for them to get back on their feet and surround them around good people, good community, and kind of help them readjust back into society. Because this the thing is, man, like what people don't understand, and every situation is different. But Matt's been to where I'm from, but it's people get addicted to drugs. It's either a generational thing or kind of a trauma-based issue. So basically bad shit's happened in their life. And they need time once they achieve sobriety. They need a runway to get back into society. Like you just don't flip a switch and like, okay, hey, I got a good job and a good place to live and I'm good to go. Like it takes people a while to get that brain healed, get back in and ensure they're making good decisions. So that's what we decided to do.
Hey, and you know what's cool about that? Like, so if you help someone get off their feet, get off the ground, they're probably going to relapse. But if you help them help themselves, they will stay busy enough, right? As opposed to if you just would have went out, got him an apartment, get him on a stipend. But now he has to come to work every day. He's got to get up instead of like be twiddling his thumbs, be left alone to himself or herself. So now they get up. They have to get a job. Then after work, they have to start looking for an apartment, and then they can start rebuilding their own life. And then, of course, then the psychological implications that, hey, I'm independent. I'm building some self-esteem that I can actually do this on my own.
Yep, 100%, man. Like what we call is like they're earning their recovery is what we say.
Is what's your number one selling product?
Well, I tell you what, I went and looked today. We've sold close to 1,500 Matuthian units since we started this thing.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
That's great. That's crazy.
Yeah, that makes me so happy. Hey, it's a great product. It's awesome.
I just had
my kids have a choice. There's a tube of like minty non-fluoride toothpaste that sits right next to the Matuthi. No, not Crest. Thank you, Caleb, though, for your guess. Right next to the Matuthi, and they choose Matuthi every time. Great product. But go on. Sorry.
Yeah, but I just got 6-month cleaning, and the doc was like, "Dude, like your teeth look great, man. What are you doing?" I was like, "Make your own tooth powder, homie. That's the." And like they were literally like, "Dude, this is the best your teeth have looked." I'm like, "Hey, Matuthian."
Yeah, that's awesome. And after that, what do people like? Like, what's the go-to? Like, is it a
So for us, it's our best-selling product is our combat ready ointment. That's kind of what we're known for. That's what we went on Shark Tank for. That's great. Like I use it, kids use it, mom, dad use it. Any kind of nicks, cuts, rips, tears, burns. It's a great multi-purpose first aid ointment. All natural. And then from there, it would probably be our deodorant, our all natural deodorant. We make in-house.
I don't wear deodorant, but I have that out. And once a month, I let my kid try it. My kids love it. They just want to do adult shit. I'm like,
yeah.
But,
Yep.
You know, I just smell myself. I'm already ripe, and I've only been awake for an hour.
You got that Sevi musk.
So yes, the Armenian musk.
And then when we have a full line of body scrubs as well.
And you make that? You guys make that?
Everything we sell, we hand make in on site.
It's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And this is another good example. Like it's actually dumb that we do this. Like it's not. It is. We lose money by manufacturing and doing our own fulfillment. And what I mean by that is it would just be easier for us to have a co-packer and a third-party distributor. And like we literally would have zero overhead cost and the whole thing. But for us, it goes back to like, what is the company mission? And like we want to prove to people you can do things in your hometown, in your small towns. And for us, it's way more rewarding to be a part of somebody's life for 1 to 3 years, helping them get back on their feet, instead of just making this a third-party co-packing initiative.
It takes a special kind of man to use a co-packer. I've never been into letting anyone co-pack. Okay. Dale, you said you were a GS14. Is that what you said?
Yeah, when I left the Department of Energy.
Caleb, what is that?
That's like a like a major lieutenant colonel rank in the
So
military. So it's like
good.
a
It's
high
good.
ranking. Yeah.
And then so they told you not to leave. Did anyone tell you not to hire recovering drug addicts for your business? Did you ever get any warnings from that? I know people were telling you not to leave the military. Was anyone like, "Ooh, dude, do not do that. Just hire 1 or 2 for the image of the company, and then hire normies. You know what I mean? Push a ex-meth addict to the front as your poster child, and then
No, not to our faces, anyways. No, but I'm sure a lot of people. It's tough, dude. Like don't get me wrong. Like a lot of people see the success stories, but there's times, I've had guys work for me, and they go off the limb and they've overdosed and they've died, man. It's a tough ball game to be a part of, and it's a, like, even with, like, I'm jumping all over the place, but even with the film, like, my producer friend and I go back and forth. It's just like, we wish the film would have done better and got more views and this whole thing. But at the end of the day, it's just like, addiction's a hard sell. Like no one, like people know it's out there, but it's kind of like the black elephant in the room that people just want to wish went away, and no one really wants to take a look into it to see what it's all about. But it's a tough ball game for sure.
Does it help with motivation though? You're doing all these good things, but then when you wake up in the morning, it's like you have more purpose, I'm guessing, and it's like, okay, I'm not, because or else, I mean, not that there's anything wrong with peddling tooth powder and deodorant, but it's so much deeper than that. It's so
no, dude,
like than that, right? For Doc Spartan, it's like, okay, I'm actually helping human beings every morning.
Yeah, I mean, you nailed it. Like, I didn't grow up to be the deodorant king of Southern Ohio. You know what I'm saying? Like, like every time I say we sell body scrubs, I'm kind of like, just like, but
we sell body scrub. What'd you say? Body scrub. You make your voice deeper.
We sell body scrubs, bro. Scrub up.
Yeah. Man it up a little bit.
The jar's in the shape of a 357 Magnum. Fuck you. Shit make your skin soft as shit though.
But you're right, dude. Like, watching people get custody of their kids back, watching people get their first cars, watching people get their first apartments, and then, like, now we've been in it so long that people have now left us and got a way better paying job. And it's just, no matter what, if this thing all goes to shit, like, we'll always be able to have that as a memory. No, we made a little difference in somebody's life.
Ani Shoop, I bought a lot of Spartan last night. The deodorant is great. Second time ordering.
Thanks, Ani.
Hey, that's what I wanted to name. I have Ari and Avi, and I wanted to name my other kid Ani. And my wife's like, "Are you out of your fucking mind?"
Damn, that'd have been jacked up, dude.
She's like, "It'll be so confusing." I'm like, "I know, but it'll be great. You just call one name, and all 3 of them will come." Did you? Or what?
Ani, Ari, Avi.
Yeah, that's a beautiful name.
Assemble.
Not related at all. Oh, well, anyway, Cody, let us know if it's not. It's fine. Come on in here. But awesome. I'm sitting at the bar for breakfast, and Grandpa with his grandkid came up. The kid said he wanted a Coke, and Grandpa said, "You're not getting that. That stuff is poison." Oh, that's great.
Oh, yeah.
Well done.
Yeah.
Well done.
Tell Grandpa he's a boss. Pussy scented body scrub. Oh, just
working it.
Oh my God.
That's some idea. I mean, you listen, you don't want to limit people's creativity. Don't laugh at him, Susan. You don't want to, you want Christian to feel comfortable just throwing, it might be a bad idea, but you want people to feel comfortable.
That's right. Yeah, I take that back, Christian. Every idea is acceptable here, especially the pussy-scented body scrub.
Well done, Susan. Growing right before our eyes, not Susan.
I'm evolving.
Acceptance.
Hey, we're only one idea away from $1 million, my boys. Let's make it happen.
That's right. Keep them coming, Christian.
Hey, I pivoting here. You met RFK.
Yeah.
How'd you get a chance to do that?
So Emily asked me.
Emily Kaplan, the co-founder of Metfix.
Yeah. So Emily, because she's Boston royalty, and so RFK is got obviously Boston ties, and he was doing an event, and she's like, "Hey, you wanna come meet Bobby. She like calls these guys by their first name, and I'm like, I thought she was talking about her husband. I'm like, well, I've already met Bobby, but I'll come anyways. And yeah, so dude, I had the chance to go to a campaign rally in back in April, and the dude's great. Like he gets a bad rap. Like it's so funny. Like once his name was thrown up for the nomination, and it was just funny to watch every media outlet just buy the playbook, calling him anti-vaxxer, extremist, the whole deal. But if you sit and listen to him for more than 2-minute soundbite, he makes a lot of sense.
Well, nobody has said that he's not smart. Everyone who meets him says he's brilliant. Even Greg, and Greg does not impress easy. But unfortunately, you could put Bob Marley under one arm and Jesus Christ under the other arm, and people will start to hate you if you're affiliated with Trump at all. It's sort of a tragedy. But here we have just a classic liberal, who has now been given control over 1/5 of the U.S. budget, 22% of the U.S. budget, and Trump has appointed just the most classic fucking Democrat liberal with the highest level of lineage in that community, and they just turn on him. It sucks. It's like when Larry Elder ran for governor of California, a black man, and immediately they started calling him a white man in blackface. That was
racist.
It's like, wait a second,
wait, what?
Can't do that. So anyway, hopefully more and more people will grow to understand that he's brilliant. Also, what's interesting is the thing really used to be, speaking of black elephants, the elephant in the room was his voice. I used to struggle to listen to him. Now I have no issue listening to him. I've learned to listen to him. It's great.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, like once it's like you get over that really quick. And now that I'm remembering, RFK used to be a heroin addict.
Yeah,
like a long time heroin addict. And Emily was like, "Hey, based upon the work you're doing, I'd really want you to meet him and talk about," because RFK has ideas on recovery and sobriety and and how Medicaid and federal programs can help assist that. So that's why I went there, just to kind of meet him real quick and then talk about the work that we were doing, because he's got a great idea about propping up farms and putting people in recovery to use as a way to let them feel, getting back into society, let them see what it's like to make things, earn things. And that's where we kind of linked up. And our whole philosophy is, conventional treatment is great, right? So counseling, group counseling, all that stuff is awesome, but we're missing the fitness component to it. Like we handle the spiritual, we handle the emotional side, but there's a complete void of the physical connection. And I've seen it. It's just like what Greg always says. It's for anyone, but it's not for everyone. But for the people that connect to the physical, to their recovery, it is fundamental to their long-term sobriety. So I'm hoping, RFK is going to be in the position to kind of help. I mean, I would love to see gyms have contracts with treatment centers all over the country and providing fitness classes for their clients.
Look at his hand. RFK, look at it. His hands are crazy.
He's a beast, dude.
Yeah. That
is a man.
You're not, someone said, how short is Dale? You're not sure. Well, I mean, to me, you're not short. You're like a whole, how tall are you? You're like a whole.
I'm about 5'9" with boots on.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I was going to get to 5'10" because you're like about a whole head taller than me.
Yeah. He's tall. I think he's 6'1", I think RFK is.
Are there any other companies like Doc Spartan that any sister companies? Do you have any other founders that you that run a company even remotely similar to yours?
There's a few, and I wish I could remember them by name, but there was a great lady. She's a great lady in Columbus, Ohio, and she was basically making candles, employing the same model, and really that's who I learned it from. But I'm sure there's other ones out there. That's awesome.
How many employees do you guys have?
Right now, we have 2 full-time employees, and we have about a part-time employee as needed.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right, dude. Well, thanks for coming on day after Thanksgiving.
Dude, my pleasure, man.
And I was like, shit, this is awesome. I really appreciate you hosting Matuthian. I wish I could say I was donating the money to charity, but it's just paying for tennis and jiu-jitsu. But at least it's going to local people who are running small local businesses in my town.
Yeah, I'm serious. Like being a part of this podcast and, you know, sharing ad space with a penis company is the greatest dream ever come true.
Oh, there it is.
Hey, real quick before I go, let me make my sleazy sales pitch.
Yes.
Black Friday, we got 50% off Combat Ready ointment, 25% off everything in sight. So you're basically going to get Matuthian at the cheapest price you'll ever get it all year is right now. And also, dude, I'm going to use this opportunity to talk business, but
Please.
We're closing in on about $1,000 in our marketing budget. So,
for prize money for like for a promotion from Matuthian
for anything.
So what Dale's referencing is every Matt Souza with his incredible negotiation skills, he sat down with lawyers and Dale brought his lawyers, and for every sale we put a little aside of Matuthian for marketing. And we got to figure out how to do that, how to give that money away and promote the powder. That's awesome. Okay. We have a big month coming up. Paper Street Coffee is going to double the prize money for Kill Taylor. Awesome. We'll think of something. Let's do something. That would be awesome. Yeah. And by the way, two interesting things. So Dale is working closely with Emily Kaplan. There are two big beta seminars. I don't think that there's a lot of availability in them now, but Dale's intimate with both of them. And on January 11th and 12th, will I be seeing you at Greg's house for the first run of the sort of the critical thinking seminar?
Yep, I will be there, my friend. Yeah.
And then tentatively, it hasn't been announced anywhere, but tentatively, soon after that, there'll be another seminar coming out, which should be fantastic. And I assume Dale will play a huge part in that, and I'll be there filming that. So I'm excited. We have an exciting year and a lot of chances to hang out and laugh at each other.
Yeah, man, that's the one thing we're always accused of having a good time when we get together.
Yeah,
and man, I'm telling you that the MetFix stuff is really exciting for me. We're closing in on getting the first 100 in there, and it's just cool to know there's other affiliates out there who are, you know, focused on the fitness side, of course, but equally focused on educating their members on a wide range of health and nutrition topics. But to me, what I'm most excited about is we look at these affiliates as like outposts of community service. And I've been getting into applications because I'm helping on the affiliate side and seeing what the affiliates out there that want to be a part of this are doing in their local community, man. It's fucking inspiring.
What did you say? What was the phrase you used? Outposts of what?
Outposts of community service, right?
Yeah.
So and that's like, with this insurgency of disinformation and health and just really not health, but disease, just to know that, like, you know, there's a place in like rural Mississippi, just like there is in urban New York that's fighting the good fight and looking at their affiliates to do good and add much needed value to their neighborhoods, man. It's a really cool thing to be a part of, and I'm happy to be a part of that team.
Dale, this is the first time in our lifetime where we've had leadership that's focused on health instead of sickness.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of crazy. It was disappointing during COVID that neither Trump or Biden recommended to people to get out and exercise. You know what I mean? The U.S. government should have been giving away 100 assault bikes a day, like, and bringing people to a website and doing something fun, right? Or have assault bike competitions that let you. I mean, the U.S. government should have done their own assault bike competitions. It's crazy that we're finally here. Things are moving fast.
I think this upcoming year is going to be massive. And if there's ever a time to do it, it's now. And just like something as simple as changing the tax code to write your gym membership off. Like that's a simple fix. Like we don't look to the government to solve our problems, but they can provide the correct incentives for people to make the right decisions and take control of their health.
or at least reward the correct people, right? You give the tip to the Starbucks employee who smiles at you. You keep buying coffee from Paper Street Coffee because when you order something, they throw something free in the bag. Like those are the people who should be incentivized.
Yep. All right, I'll let you get back to.
One more thing. Are you going to be? Are you going to be? Am I going to see you in Atlanta next week?
You're going to be there?
Yeah, I am.
Dude, yes. Yeah. So I think it's already sold out, but I'm I'm doing a couple of the workouts before the event at Mad Mare CrossFit. And
I'll be at the Four Seasons with Greg at the bar. So just let me know.
Well, you better fucking save me a seat.
All right.
Hey, yeah, definitely. Pube length is massive. Don't let it catch moisture.
Thank you. You're listening. Yes.
Yeah.
Don't like your own posts.
Strong
recap. Comments. Keep the pube length down. Man, I tell you what, I will quit after this story. My first deployment, there was no manscaping going on. And when I came back home to my wife, I was like, you got to give me 10 minutes. This thing's this is an atrocious amount of growth.
In the garage starting up the lawnmower.
All right, boys. And on that note, I am gone. I love you all. We'll see you soon.
Thanks,
Dale. Thank you. Thank you, Dale. From CrossFit Portsmouth, Doc Spartan, Dale King in the house. What a great dude. That was awesome.
He's always a good time. I don't think I've ever hung out with him and not had a good time.
He's the best.
I want to get to John Woolley, but I want to do things in the proper sequencing.
Good man.
Ever since Sousa taught me that concept, I've always been really good at sequencing, and I've never been flexible with it. And I didn't even know that's what I was doing. One time I was talking to Sousa, and he gave me this really good talk on sequencing. But I'm the kind of person who is like, okay, like when you clean the house, there's the order you do it in. You vacuum, then you dust, or you dust, and then you vacuum, and then you do this, and then you do this, and then you vacuum the room in the right order, so you don't have to move the plug to too many spots. And there's just orders and sequencing to things, right? You want to do it before she's cooking, so that like dust from the vacuum's not. There's just sequencing shit. And the other day, but the problem with my sequencing is whenever I have to pee, I always put it at the end of the line. Like I have no flexibility in my sequencing. So if I have these 6 things I want to do and I have to pee, I have trouble inserting peeing in there, taking a break. I always like, okay, you're number 7, which can get kind of weird. But yesterday I saw my son. He was charging. We have a bunch of people at the house, and they were playing Switch, and on the TV, and he unplugged the controllers from the wall that were charging, when that should have been the last thing that he should do so they could get the most charge. He was moving the unit from one room to another. And I explained to him sequencing. Like, hey, dude, those go last because they need to be on there to get the most charge possible. And I introduced the term sequencing to him. So as sequencing goes, before we get to Woolley, I need to talk about something that's actually important. The U.S. Or in the United States, we had the largest medical payout in the history of the fucking country for malpractice ever. They believe it's going to be $550 million.
Holy shit.
The second most ever was in 2006, and it was $200 million. I'm trying to remember what it was for. A guy was having a stroke, and they like diagnosed him with having just a headache.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and so that was up until this. Yeah, but this guy got this one's way more serious than a stroke. Oh wait, not this. Where's my
analyzing finance with Nick.com.
Oh, is that what that was?
Yeah.
This one, I'm glad that's all it was.
Yeah, right.
This is from the Miami Herald, November 27, 2024.
Oh my God.
Injections completely ruined a man's penis.
Huh?
A lawsuit says he wins $412 million, but they believe it's going to go up to $550 million. A jury in New Mexico awarded $412 million to a man who sued over what he said were necessary erectile dysfunction shots that decimated his penis. Boy, that's not something you want in the same sentence, right?
Decimated his penis?
That
if it's not by a woman, then I don't want it.
The jury awarded $37 million in compensatory damages. What's that mean? Compensatory.
A good question.
And 375 in punitive.
Compensatory.
Hey, I was reading the news. I was reading the Newsweek. Oh, go ahead, Caleb.
Intended to that's not a good one. Reducing or offsetting the unpleasant or unwelcome effects of something.
Okay, and then what's punitive?
Punitive,
like they're in trouble for their practice. Just you were naughty.
Inflicting or intended as punishment.
Okay, so 37 million was for the fact that his penis doesn't work. Those numbers should be flipped around.
How do you evaluate the man's penis at 37 million in the first place?
100%. I mean, by how many children he could have had? I don't know. That seems weird.
What if you're like, yo, I got a fucking harem. I got 10 bitches I gotta fuck. And now this thing's broken. Okay, 500 million.
Yeah, they're like, all right, that's $1 billion penis, sir.
That's right.
The man's attorney said it may be the largest medical malpractice award in history. With interest, it's expected to exceed 550 million. It's profoundly affected his body and life, his attorney said. The 72-year-old man's penis is completely ruined.
Dude, you're 72. Of course it's ruined.
I knew that was coming.
It's already ruined. There's no way.
Damn, dude.
Dandy Randy, I'd still find a way to fuck him if he had that kind of money. That's good. Solid. Respect.
Yeah. Valid.
Respect.
Like, he's 71, right? Isn't that a little bit of like those guys getting their vaccine shot for the vid? It's kind of like,
Yeah.
Exactly.
Hey,
Might as
imagine
well try it.
that's what's so great about the people who watch this show. No obstacle. Like nothing's gonna stop Standy Randy. I see it's just a challenge. Hey, I wonder if he ejaculates if he ever has to give the money back. There's some great lines in here. There's some let me see if I can find that. There's however, he was the man who brought the lawsuit sought care at New Male's Albuquerque clinic in 2017 for testosterone replacement therapy and weight loss. His attorneys said. However, he was misdiagnosed as having erectile dysfunction and sold on a $5,000 treatment program based on the misdiagnosis, the news releases. The treatment included testosterone pellet implants and injections into his penis.
So that he could get hard.
And Newsweek said that he had one of the things is he always has to sit when he pees now.
Oof.
That's rough.
That's demoralizing, dude.
That's an unalienable right that men have, along with free speech.
I think he transitioned. Isn't that what that means?
A physician assistant went on to demonstrate the penis injection and sent the man home with a medically induced and medically unnecessary erection. They gave him an unnecessary, dude.
What?
Nuts, dude.
Babe, I don't like that chick. It was just an unnecessary erection.
The man is now impotent and unable to have an erection and cannot urinate standing up and has irreversible fibrosis in penis or scar tissue where living cells used to be. His impotence is permanent and the damage is completely irreversible.
Oh,
damn. I wonder if they had to blow up a big poster-sized picture of it in the court so they could prove it. And now look at it. And everybody's like,
100%.
Or does he
Exhibit
like,
A.
Hey, dude, I'm not joking. If I'm the defense attorneys, and maybe they did this, I'm no fucking genius, but I run a battery of tests on him to prove he can't get an erection. So like I bring out a chick and she slowly takes off her top and shows her titties. Then he has to put his hands on the titties.
Wow, really escalating. Like Heidi from Kill Tony. Bring her out.
Is that the waitress?
Yeah.
That waitress's ratios are insane.
She's also like a manager at like a strip club.
Wow. Okay, that makes sense.
Checks out.
Yeah, you have to
With the back of your hand. You see if it grows a little. Yeah.
You have it's $500 million.
That's a lot of fucking money.
Yeah, you have to know if that shit don't work or not.
So I would do the hands on the boob test. Then I would do a little bit of porn, like show them, like make them watch porn.
Yeah.
And then
magazines or the hub.
The hub.
Okay.
Hub preview.
I'd probably get some purchase shit and like whatever like the newest 8K stuff is. Maybe
put him on some VR goggles.
Like, Oculus.
Right. Yeah, give him some Oculus Pros.
And then maybe even he has to go under some sort of sexual assault. Like you have to put him in a room with some cameras and let some strippers at him. It's 500 million, dude. That's
Like a
half
bachelor party kind of thing.
Yeah, that's $500 million.
Dude, if those tests were part of the thing, I would just fake it to run through the tests. I'd be like, oh, you guys got me. It still works.
But at least I got the tests.
But I got to touch her boobs.
Nice.
Or even make him wear one of those penis bits. You know, the Fitbit for the penis. Make him wear that at night.
Fitbit for the penis.
Yeah, they sent me one of those. I haven't.
Yeah, I was gonna say we need to
thing?
pick that thread back up. I
Yeah.
forget what the yeah.
It's basically a cock. It's basically like a Whoop, but for your penis.
Exerciser sells it.
And no, Exerciser doesn't
Oh.
sell. But the lady who got us the Exerciser contract along with Tyler Watkins,
shout out Tyler.
she hooked me up with the company that makes these. It's basically this rubber thing that like kind of sits behind your balls and then wraps around the base of your penis. And then when you sleep at night, it by I guess the stretching, contracting, and expansion of the rubber ring, it lets you know like your blood flow at night, and it counts your erections for you and all that.
No shit.
Yeah, and you know what I wanted to do? So I proposed to that lady that she give us. They're expensive, unfortunately, but I wanted to get like 100 of them and send them out to people and give away money and have competitions. You know how like Buttery Bros does Whoop competitions? I wanted to have like so everyone has to put up their cell phone and show their stats, their nocturnal cock stats. Wouldn't that be an amazing show?
It'd be like the Whoop show, but way better.
Seems so unnecessary.
Hey, I would so
It's super necessary.
I would
Randy.
so cheat.
Science.
I would set my alarm to wake up every hour and just watch a little porn and let that thing just edge myself.
You can't cheat it, dude. They're cheating the results there, bro. You can't-
Yeah, who cares?
Gotta be real.
I'm committed to winning.
Oh, Ernie's in.
Sign me up. Yeah, wouldn't that be great?
God.
I actually wanted to get 2 and just see the difference between mine and Hiller's penis, just because he's all juiced up, and see if like there's a difference. Young juiced up man and old man. Eaton Beaver, amputation of a penis in case from early 2000s. A man sued a hospital after a doctor allegedly amputated his penis during surgery for a condition that was not life-threatening.
Just gone.
I want you to know, by the way, that someone sent me this Miami Herald story, and it was on Apple News, and I've been fighting buying Apple News forever. So this story costs the show.
Oh no, you got it. 'Cause
Yes, this show $12.99 a month for a 1-year commitment. This bit right here costs $144. I should have ran that by Sousa first, so he could have run the numbers.
not approved.
This isn't the fucking Pentagon, people. Things have to be accounted for.
Yeah. That $100 is a lot. Okay.
You got to pass your audit every year. You can't just miss 15 audits in a row.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's
Unfortunately
crazy, dude. What a concept.
I heard a lady, I saw a clip on Instagram this morning where a lady is fighting with Jon Stewart. He's like, yeah, they wasted the money. And she's like, just because it's unaccountable for doesn't mean it's wasted. You're jumping to conclusions. I was like, what the fuck? I mean, yes, but no, it's our money.
I gave it to them.
Colt Mertens just got here. We're doing Hog Talk with Jake Chapman. Yes, always.
Pretty much.
I get excited every time there's a good penis story. That's a great penis story. Maybe the best the show's had.
That's
The
pretty
largest malpractice suit in U.S. history.
You know what they should have titled the article? The $500 million penis.
Wow.
good. It's like $1 million man, but $500 million penis.
Yep.
I like it. I like it. That's
Yep.
good.
Hey, there's no way he does with $500 million. He doesn't get that thing working again.
Somebody's got to. You know,
Yeah.
a doctor's like, I have the science, and they're just gonna fix it.
Yeah.
Imagine being 72 and obtaining that much money. Like, doesn't it kind of seem like a waste a little bit? Like, let's say he lives to 90, right? So
Yeah.
that's 18 more years. So 18 more years divided by 500 million. Like, how quickly and lavishly, recklessly can he spend it?
He's the next Hugh Hefner, dude.
Hey, dude, that's
Crazy.
the kind of thing. If you stayed in the town that you're in, let's say you were in a town with like 50,000 people, you change the whole economy of your town.
For sure.
Yeah.
You know
I
what?
looked up, yeah, I looked up how much it costs to run Livermore for a year, like everything that the city pays for,
Yeah.
and it was like 192 million or something like that. So he could basically just be the city for 2 years, 2.5 years.
Oh,
Pay everything, the repair of the traffic lights, every city worker's salary, every cop salary, every firefighter salary, every administrative person, the school district, the trucks, the cars, all that shit.
It's it looks like that's the GDP of like higher than the GDP of Sudan, southern Sudan.
Yeah. Have you ever seen those videos that like contextualize the difference between like the $1 million and the $1 billion club? And they're like, if you got, whatever, $1 million, you have X amount of minutes, but if you have $1 billion, you have 1,000 years. And it's just like the discrepancy between the two is so fucking wide. And people
Yeah.
just can't even comprehend it, that their brain breaks. And then when you start to figure out how much shit costs, they're like, wait a minute, what? And I only make 20,000 a year? Yeah, you peasant.
Yeah, if you're in the $1 billion, I mean, the difference between being a millionaire, someone who has like 10 million in the bank, versus someone who's actually making $1 million a year, just straight up, is huge. If you have $1 million a year coming in, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Unless
It's
you live in
nuts.
Santa Cruz. Unless you live in Santa Cruz. Yeah, he could buy Livermore.
Yeah, for 2 years.
Sevon, back in the Our House days, did you have any elopers? Any advice, experience with preventing them from taking off? Occasionally, we had one or two guys that was pretty high functioning. I worked in a home for disabled adults for 5 years, and I made a movie called Our House. And twice I think we got some pretty really high functioning cats. And but I ran a supportive living home, so we didn't have any authority over them. They could leave, they could come and go. It was kind of like an experimental program in California, because a lot of the disabled people who live in those government funded homes, they're not their own. I forget what the word is. It's not own recognizance. They're not on their own. God, there's a word for it. But anyway, all of these people could do whatever they wanted. We were there just to help them. So it was kind of a unique thing to give disabled people all their rights. It was weird. It was weird that that all of them don't have all their own rights, that we take their rights from them. But this was one of the ones where you didn't take their rights from them. Standy Randy, you've told us 1,000 times. So every third show I tell you, huh?
1,001.
Yeah.
There you go, Standy.
Well, the one new listener we have today didn't know Standy.
Yeah.
No, I didn't. There was no retard sex.
None?
Zero. None. I mean, unless I'm just naive, but there was no retard sex. They weren't into each other. They weren't into each other. After about 3 years after I left, one of the girls with Down syndrome got raped by one of the people who worked at the house.
Jesus.
It's dark, right?
That's
fucked
fucking
up.
super dark, dude.
And I think that's probably a big problem in that environment. You get because no one wants those jobs, so the people you get in who have those jobs are pretty fucked up. And
like TSA.
Yeah, exactly like TSA. The thing was, this home for developmentally disabled adults was in a college town, so it was mostly just cool college kids who worked there. You know what I mean? Take a bong rip, go and take care of retards. Show, you know what I mean? Just walk over there barefoot, wear whatever. Have your girlfriend come over and fuck her on the couch in there while they're sleeping. Just do whatever you want. But in a normal town, that shit's where it's just people desperate for jobs. I mean, the stereotype of the person who works there. Not mine, it was all college kids, but traditionally the people who are in that type of retard care work, it's like obese 57-year-old women. You know what I mean? Who can't spell their name. I mean, and
that are still like on government aid to some point. They're subsidized for the rest of their paycheck.
Just fucking pathetic. It's like you'd go, like sometimes we do events with other homes or something, or you go to some conference, or you go take them to the Special Olympics, and you look at the people taking care of the other retards. You're like, my God, what a shit. And I don't blame them. Who wants to do that? That's a tough road to hoe. Take care of retards your whole life.
Yeah, I still think we should upload our house as a new upload on this channel. I think we talked about that a couple of times. You probably don't want to do it, but I still think that.
No, let's do it. Let's do
I
that.
think that film's great.
Hey, I made some other crazy whack. I made this movie one time where I just panhandled in front of a liquor store.
Yeah.
And I should
What?
put that on. Yeah, it's so
You
good.
should definitely put that on.
It's so crazy. It's so crazy. It's so good.
Yeah,
Is it
you
on
should.
YouTube, or is it just in your?
It's somewhere. It's probably uploaded to YouTube somewhere. I just probably need to download it and put it on this station. Did you crack the pitcher? Yes. I broke the we have a giant glass pitcher that you fill it with water and you pour it into the Berkey and then it filters the water, and this morning I broke it.
Unbelievable.
You know, when you it as I lowered it into the sink to fill it, the bottom hit and it made that sound of breaking glass.
Mm-hmm.
And I look down, yeah, chunk.
It's the worst.
Shit.
Yeah. All right. Let me see what else I have here. If we're gonna get, let me see if it's time for to diddle Wooly, to play with Wooly's little peanut, John Wooly.
Afterwards, I have one idea I want to run by you real quick.
Okay, go ahead. You go ahead.
Okay, so check it out. You were talking about how the kids were spilling all the Matuthian,
Oh yes.
right?
Yeah.
So my thought was, well, what if you had the CEO bar mat to have your Matuthian on with all your stuff there, and we custom print that so it says CEO, and then as it spills, it's just in the bar mat.
Hey, would people put that in their bathroom?
I don't know. I have one right here because I put all my drinks on it in case anything like spills, but that's because
God,
Just work in a
I've
bar.
seen those in bars and I've never thought about that. So that's a divoted mat to catch liquid that spills.
Here, I'll move this.
Wow.
So you could like put it, and then that way if it spills or anything, it doesn't go crazy and spill all over. It just stays right in your spot. You know what we used to do? I used to have this friend that came in. You know, he would be the friend that worked at the disabled home just to like whatever have a job. He'd be that guy. I would bet him like 20
Tons of hot
bucks.
chicks work there in a college town, by the way. Tons. Go on.
I would bet him 20 bucks. I'd take all the bar mats left over from the restaurant at the end of the night, and I would pour them into one shot glass, like a highball glass. And I would be like, all right, 10 bucks to slam this shot or whatever. And it's like, it's probably majority liquor, but there's also like, you know, ranch dipping sauce that maybe got in there, water, me wiping down the counter into the bar mat throughout the whole entire night.
$10, dude. That's not enough. There's no way.
And he would do it every time. And sometimes he'd do it for a free tall Coors Light.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
That is not Susan's arm. This is my arm.
When someone sent me this penis story, Souza, there was a story I found. Oh, here it is. Along that line, man puts penis in water bottles, giving 3 people herpes. That was in the Miami Herald in November of 2022.
What?
Worker caught 2 STDs after infected janitor rubbed his penis inside her water bottle. Now 2 others have herpes. Ladies and gentlemen,
Gnarly, dude.
I present to you the human male, capable of doing anything you can think of with his penis. A disgusting creature, solely driven. Putting your penis in someone's water bottle.
Oh my god.
Oh my God. But I'm not surprised. I'm not like, oh,
What
not in a million years. Like, listen, I'm more surprised that someone would put a piercing. So this is true. I'm going to tell you this. What I'm about to tell you is 100% true. For punching a hole in that wall that separates your nostrils is more bizarre than anything you could think of a man would do with his penis. A man standing on top of a skyscraper jacking off so he could watch his load fall 52 stories. Totally normal. Totally normal. My friends and I didn't do that, but when my friend went to UC Berkeley, do you know what the first thing we did? He went to the dorm rooms. First day.
Jack off on a handle.
No, we didn't. No jacking off. I didn't do any jacking off stuff really. But we went straight to the fucking roof of this 12-story building, and we all peed off the roof and watched and you know, like tried to empty our bladders before the pee hit the ground. Like that. That's just like you just do stuff with your penis.
Oh my goodness.
Pee in trash can. Like so. Anytime you see someone with you think it's totally been normalized to punch a hole there, but the stuff we don't talk about that men do. Oh, is that someone peeing off a?
It's a whole page with 1 million followers of people peeing off of things.
Oh yeah. Wow, that's amazing. Yeah. So, wow, that's incredible.
Gee.
So if you think so, just remember that anytime you see some fucking girl or guy with a hole punched in their septum, just know there's 50 dudes who did something with their penis that are fucking unbelievable to you. But the truth is because we're all fucked up in society and we need to recalibrate. We think just punching a hole in your septum is normal. Is that what that thing's called? Your septum?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah. I want to tell you, punching a hole in your nose is one of the lowest IQ things you could do. It's like one of the dumbest fucking. Just imagine, it's the most important thing you do is breathing. It's the most vital. It's beyond the foundation of your existence. And you're punching a hole in the fucking manifold. You fucking retard. They're fucking crazy, dude. Hey, it's like those idiots when they used to lower their cars in the 90s and they couldn't afford lowering their cars, so they'd fill their trunk up with sandbags.
That's how they would do that?
Yeah, they'd go to Home Depot. I had friends who did that.
Oh
And
my
they'd put, like, you know what I mean? 600 pounds of fucking cement in their trunk. Sousa had friends
Holy
like that, I'm sure.
I have that in a couple minutes after I fill these sandbags up that we got at the gym.
Yeah, and you know,
I'll take a picture of it.
Volkswagen Bugs, they would put the cement bags in the front because, you know, the engine's in the back. So
Yeah.
they'd open the front and put this. My friends would put the cement bags in the front.
That's hilarious.
One of my buddies drives. He's in my class. He drives a slammed Volkswagen, like a 90s, 80s Bug, and we have these huge speed bumps, and every time you just see him swerving around the speed bumps trying to get around it because he just bottoms out every time. It's like to the ground slammed. It's crazy.
I still drive like that, even though I drive a minivan. I go around the speed bumps. Sevon, would you put your penis in a dude's butt before you got a septum ring? I see what you're trying to do there, Brady, but it's not like that. It's not like that. I would not.
Would you rather?
I would not. I would punch a hole in my nose first. I'd punch a hole in my fucking scrotum first, probably. But I'm just telling you that it's not what men do with their penises. Like, it should not shock you at all. On the shocking scale of dumb things to do, or not even on dumb. Sorry, on what's like more common of dumb things to do. They're both dumb. Putting your penis on someone's water bottle is dumb, and punching a hole in your septum is dumb. I'm just telling you that it's way more. It's not logical or practical. It's more in touch with your natural process. Like punching a hole in your septum ring, there's nothing natural about it. Anything a man does with his penis, it's somehow attached to this crazy desire, singular desire we have to procreate and let a load fly. That's what I'm saying. It's like it's more foundational. I need Greg here to wordsmith this. You fucking idiots. I'm pivoting. You fucking idiots. Someone in the people once a month, some fucking idiot will put in the comment, he's just asked Greg what he thinks. That's all he does. He's just all up Greg's ass. He just asks Greg what he thinks. Yeah, fucktard. He comes on the show fucking once a week. He's fucking 10 times smarter than I am with a shitload of experience. Of course I ask him what he thinks. It's just a money grab.
It is.
It's just a money grab. Yeah.
This shit was tribal.
Jesus criminy. My favorite is you go to jiu-jitsu tournaments and there's these girls there and they have their ears pierced. It's like, fuck nut. You don't get to do both. You don't get to have a daughter that fights and punch holes in her ears and leave her earrings in so you fucking tape them up. Sevy just triggered himself. Facts. Sevy, on a scale, let's evaluate the following. I like fake boobs, septum ring, Prince Albert.
Hoops.
Like
in order of.
I can't really do it because I'm so biased. just because titties are just so great. I mean, it's batshit crazy to fucking get fake tits. It truly is. But I'd say every day via Instagram, like when I see fake boobs, I'm never like, that bitch is crazy. I'm like, damn, those are nice. You know what I mean? But if I saw Prince Albert, I would just be like, oh, batshit crazy. Or when I see septum ring, I just think batshit crazy. So I have such a strong bias towards boobs, and I can't give you an honest I'm not pure in heart in this answer. Yeah, fake tits are great. Yeah, it's horrible how great they are. It's disgusting. But once again, you got to tie that back to the penis. The penis can override the mind. The mind knows that the fake boobs are not appropriate and wrong and weird, but the penis is like, shut the fuck up. You know what you're talking about?
Takes control. Sorry, all the blood has moved from your brain to here now.
Yeah, the 3
I am the captain.
Your penis has overtakes the 100 your brain.
Yeah, becomes the captain of the situation real quick.
Shut up, buddy. Okay. What else do I have here? I want to see if I can get a scene Malhotron. Did you see? I don't know if you guys saw. I can't bring up the story because I don't want to get another strike on the station. But coming out of Europe, if you want to check out the story, look up what's happening to AstraZeneca. Was that the shot they gave there?
Mm-hmm.
Go look up AstraZeneca and check the news and see what's happening there out of Europe. They are getting. They've released some documents. Someone's gotten a hold of some documents that is some truly scary shit about the cover up the European Union was doing. You know, Sweden was I think Sweden was the only country that didn't do lockdowns. One fucking country. Can you imagine the balls of their leader?
Yeah, that took a little bit to stand against on because everybody else was on it. It's also the first time we've followed anything communist China's done verbatim to their citizens too, which is weird.
Wow. Wow.
That was like the weird thing for me. It's like when you really reflect on it, you're like, oh, we took our fucking protocol from China, the communist country, that just a few years ago wouldn't let you have 2 kids.
Dude, Australia was like quarantine you for 2 weeks, and then if you move to another section of this country, they quarantine you another 2. Australia was nuts too. I forgot to say this. We talked about pubic hair and liking your own comments. There was another thing. I think that truly a missed opportunity on my part. I've been kind of a critic of tube tops.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, and I think we hashed it out pretty good the other day about some people can pull them off. But in general, it's a bad idea. But yesterday I went to Zelda's in Capitola. It's the restaurant on the ocean there, and the hostess was wearing a strapless dress. And a strapless dress is the same as a tube top to me.
Basically,
you know what I mean? Because without the what the straps do, without the straps, the boobs look lower.
Without the lift.
Yeah, without the lift, or maybe it's the straps are actually keeping the dress up and giving the boobs lift. But I would like to throw strapless dresses in there with tube tops. Is just something I'm just not a fan of. And I feel like not mentioning that was like leaving
Unless
out.
you're part of the itty bitty titty committee, then it's okay.
It is okay.
Yeah,
doesn't seem like it's pulling it down.
Or fake titties. There you go. The fake titties can just do whatever they want.
That's true. They just hold it up for you without the straps.
Built-in shelf.
Thanks for all the laughs. Oh, you're welcome. That makes. Thank you for saying you laughed. Show's over. Hell yeah. There was a waitress at Zelda's yesterday inside that it was crazy how big her boobs were. It was nuts. And they were like, and they were hanging really low. It was crazy.
Oh no.
It was crazy. I don't know. I should have taken a picture and sent it to you, Caleb, and be like, what about these? I wonder how you would have dealt with these.
Hard pass, probably.
Tube top dress is like peeling a banana. Oh. Yeah, do you pull a tube top down to get to the titties or pull it up? Options are for yours.
It's like, are you pulling the foreskin down or are you pulling the foreskin up? Is that what that means?
No. Hey, dude,
Right, sit down.
I have to show you this. This is so fucking funny. I'm so disappointed I did not get any laughs in our group chat from this. I showed this to my fucking kid yesterday, and he's like, "What is that?" And of course, I never told him. This is so. Water was coming out of my eyes when I was watching this. This is so fucking.
Oh my gosh.
This is. Nada.
Mm.
I don't get it. Sorry. I don't know.
It honestly took me like way too long to think of.
Oh, wait. Okay. I got it now.
Someone goes, "Is that cheating?" My kid goes, "Why is that guy wearing his hat like that?" I'm like, "I don't even see what he sees."
No.
I don't even see what he sees. Holy.
The
Yeah,
18
Jan
inch
from Europe.
real
Jan, you know, Jan.
Jan
know?
knows.
Jan knows. Oh, Jake Chapman. You have to have one to know. I had a friend who I was showering with one time, and he told me, "Hey, dude, that thing's cheating."
The start of that story. I had a friend I was showering with him.
He goes, "That thing's cheating." Oh my god. I don't know why I thought that was so funny. All right. It's like measuring from the anus. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's just like,
Got to go all the way back.
yeah. What do you mean? Mine
From
starts
the
from-
origin.
Yeah. Oh, and that has invoked a caller to the show.
Wow.
Finally.
There it is.
Yeah.
Got it going on.
Maybe we're gonna get a measurement story. God, I don't think I'm gonna get to fucking ass pounding Wooly. I was so horny too when I woke up this morning.
Oh,
To ask about
boy.
Wooly.
Oh boy.
Yeah, hope
Damn.
you get to ass pound him.
Hey, what's up?
That's what you want.
Say that again.
I mean, I hope you get to ass pound him if that's what you know.
You're always,
desires.
you're so good at making people's dreams come through. You're very supportive. Talk to me,
that's
buddy.
what I
What do we got? It's $150 to buy a $150 gift card. That's live right now.
I fucked up.
Oh, okay. It's only
So-
$52. You only get $52 if you buy a $50 gift card.
Well, here's what happened, right?
Yeah, tell me.
Last year we had the same thing, but we gave out a discount code for you to put in the code, and it gives you the adequate discount. This year we said, hey, let's make it easier. But we screwed ourselves. So in all actuality, you're not getting a $150 gift card for $50.
Oh, what do you? That it sounded too good to be true. I was actually concerned you were
I
going to go
know.
out of business.
That's why I'm calling to kind of clear everything up.
So when you measure your
So-
penis, you measure from the anus. You sound like
I measure from like my lower back all the way to the if you're looking to get that gift card, and that's why we really haven't publicized it that much online. We only have sent an email out to whoever's in our email list. Not everyone knows that it's live yet.
okay.
You actually have to pay $49.50.
To what?
So instead of $50, it's $49.50. Gives you a $150 gift card.
Are you
So 50
fucking
cents cheaper.
Wow.
You lost your mind.
Yeah, are you serious?
I
How
fucked up.
how does not everyone just do that right now and just put your shit?
Oh no,
fucking-
people do it. People are doing it, and they're doing it a lot.
Look
and
at
some
Christine's
people are
like I
being
bought
smart.
a few. So it's even a better
Yeah.
deal than you said.
It actually is now. I don't know how bad that's going to affect me. I think I was making $2. Now I think I'm making $1.50.
Hey, dude, you're not
but
gonna-
I did have a kerfuffle.
You better send your accounting over to Susie. You ain't making shit. Dude. You ain't making
No,
shit.
I'm not. I'm pretty sure my
You're-
new accountant. He does not like to talk to me. He just doesn't appreciate any of my business decisions. He still gets paid though. but
Yeah, you
how
better
long-
be happy for the decisions.
How long is that open for?
so between you and I, it's open until Monday. So we're gonna extend this all the way through. Last year we only did it one day.
Yeah.
So what we're doing for this year, we're extending it all the way through Cyber Monday. And I'm telling people, hey, don't waste it yet. Don't use the gift card yet. Wait until those Kill Taylor weekends. For that 1 hour, we're gonna have those amazing sales for that 1 hour. And we're gonna make sure, I guarantee the first 2-3 weeks, depending on how it lands, if you place your order, you're going to get it before the holiday. So before Christmas or before Hanukkah, whatever you celebrate. I'm going to make sure that, hey, it's going to be order and you guys are going to get it. I did have a little kerfuffle with someone in the Sevenista group chat. I won't say who it was. They know who they are. Where they said, hey, this deal just goes to show how inflated Gabe's coffee price is. So I had to unroll my penis and just
what?
You know,
Yeah, what
make sure
communist
that
said that?
Smack him around with that shit.
What communist said that? Oh, heaven forbid Gabe makes a little money on his venture there.
Hey, Gabe.
I don't make any
All a
money.
money grab, dude. Everything's a money grab.
Gabe, I want to
Black.
call. I'm gonna turn my mic off real quick and call you on the phone. I have to ask you a question real quick, a private question. Okay.
Go ahead.
So
Go ahead.
you might want to like mute your. I'm gonna call you. So
Oh man, I gotta hold
Wait.
on.
You could,
or should I text you? I'll text you. Hey, are you there?
or you could just pull yourself off the show for a sec.
Gabe, did I lose him? Shit. Yeah.
Jesus.
All right, now he's unmuted.
Okay.
This is
Hey,
funny.
okay. So I'm muting myself. Hey, dude. What's this stuff?
Hey, you're
You can still kind of. Here we go. Okay.
I muted him. I muted him.
Yeah. I'm muting myself.
Okay. So
He's like, okay, so here's the deal. You guys better go. Don't leak the chat. Don't leak the chat. Don't leak the commie, you mean?
Bitch,
I
please.
hate when people, dude, if you don't, oh, you could tell that whoever the fuck said that to Gabe about like how much the coffee's marked up or whatever the problem is, like you could tell they just, yeah, you work for probably $1 billion corporation, probably remotely, and you're fucking worried about a small business and what they charge and how that runs. Like, heaven forbid he makes a little money. It's like those fucking idiots that say shit about CrossFit gyms, like, oh, they charge $200 to go there. It's like, yeah, heaven forbid that the gym owner maybe could fucking pay a coach a proper salary. Shut up.
Maybe
Hey,
they're
Go
rent.
fuck yourself.
So-
Go to Walmart, you fucking peasant.
So my question to Gabe is like, God, I'm such a Jew. I cannot believe what a Jew am. My question to Gabe is, hey, what if I bought a $150 gift card and then just bought 3 more $50 gift cards for another $150 with it? Then you get get 450 for $50. But Gabe's like, nah,
1000%.
but you can't do that.
No,
You have to-
Yeah.
that doesn't work.
Okay.
It's only on coffee items. So
Okay.
anything that's not like a digital thing. Yeah, we thought it, or at least I thought about it. I hope everyone else thought about it.
All right.
Am I the only? How many people that listen to the show have the live call-in number saved on their phone?
Me and you for sure. Probably Caleb.
Yeah, 100%.
For sure, there's a couple dozen
Not
people who will call in even if I don't have the number up. So
Travis probably.
yeah, some people must have it saved.
Oh yeah, head over to Travis's also. He texted me, what was it, like 2 days ago? He goes, Gabe, I know you haven't thought about it, but here's a shirt design for Wadapalooza Miami already. I'm like, oh man, you're a good dude. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, that is. He
So
is a
head
good
over to
dude.
Travis's also.
He's like, he's
All right, I'll
already
keep
got
reminding you
Christmas-
guys all the way till
Yeah.
Monday.
Travis is going to be making a shirt with that foreskin penis on it soon.
I hope he
It's
does.
going to be
I'll
called. It's
buy
just
one.
it's the Sevon podcast.
And the shirt has a hood on it.
Dude, those shirts are nice.
Like,
Yeah.
put your
Wait, you
hood
need
on.
sweaters too?
Yeah. Hey, I wonder
Damn.
that actually would be a good logo for the show because people wouldn't even know what it is, right?
Stretched foreskin.
Yeah, just a stretched foreskin. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that'd be great.
Fuck that. I'm making a shirt out of foreskin. You just
Oh,
rub
Travis
it.
is
You
a-
just rub it and it goes from a small to an XL.
All right, guys. I'll let you guys do your thing. Go ahead and start doing whatever you want to do with Wooly
All right.
after I get off.
Thanks,
No
Gabe.
problem. I'll talk to you guys.
Bye.
Happy Thanksgiving again. Enjoy, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
Happy Thanksgiving.
We'll Travis had a good comment. He said Gabe's taking the ass pounding that Woolies should get. I just am not motivated to ass pound him right now.
Then don't.
All right.
Doesn't need to be
It's just so much work to put. Like people send me screenshots of his post, and it's just so much work to bring it up. It's basically Wooly. You can watch yesterday's show, but Wooly did his normal passive aggressive attacks on someone, trying to get Chase fired. Too scared. Like basically, it's his tattletale routine. Anytime there's something he doesn't like, he threatens to either runs to Dawn or someone at HQ and tattletales. They're being mean to Sporty Beth. Someone's going to be controversial. Don't let him at the games. Just his tattle. So he did it. He tattletaled on Chase again, like a little weasel. And then afterwards, yesterday when I cleaned out his colon on the show, I guess he made 2 more posts saying, "I'll be back next week, and I will make a video responding to this next week."
It's gonna take him a week to come up with that shit.
Come on, dude. I'm out with my family now.
We're not gonna care in a week, dude.
I just have to pull up this. I hate pulling up screenshots and doing all that stuff. There was one funny. There was one. Yeah. Let's let Wooly make. He's gonna make some ultra smug video playing the victim, claiming he's the victim. He'll backtrack, deny. He'll try to focus on Chase again instead of acknowledging the fact that he's a weasel. He'll mention my ties to Dave. He'll be like, "Oh, this is classic. Now this isn't the first time he's attacked me. Now listen. Go fuck yourself." Hey, did you see this video Josh Murillo made responding to Hiller?
Yes.
I didn't watch it. I watched like the first minute or two, but that was it.
Dear Josh, please grab your ankles and lube up. Here we come. Mr. Murillo, go ahead and lube it up, buddy. Here we go.
So, Andrew, I just watched your latest video. You and I are friends, and I respect your opinion a lot. And you actually,
Josh, I just watched your latest video, and I just want to let you know I respect you a lot, and I appreciate you saving Haley Adams' career, you and your wife. That was really cool.
bring up a lot of good points. You usually do. However,
You bring up a lot of good points, and
There's
you usually do, but you deserve better than an echo.
Yes. Crazy echo.
I feel like you're missing the most important and major point.
Oh, is the echo gone?
That's good.
Yeah.
You're missing the most major and important point. Oh, well, this should be really profound.
The problem is that people do not trust CrossFit anymore.
Oh, people don't trust CrossFit anymore. Okay.
The company, the people that work in the company, the methodology, or just like generally the impact font.
The games, the safety, yeah. The impact font. That's what it was. It's impact font, CrossFit.
That's what I demand change because
I want new font.
Yeah.
Okay. So he's clearly going to probably tell us why you don't trust them. Please let me know. The 18 years of the fucking greatest fitness event the planet's ever seen destroys the fucking Olympics. But why don't you trust them? Let me hear.
And they're not willing to sacrifice more of their time and money to see if CrossFit finally gets it right.
So we don't trust them, and they're not sacrificing enough time and money to do something right. Okay, well, he must tell us. He's going to tell us what they're not doing right and why he doesn't trust them. It must be coming up.
Watching your video, honestly, it looks like someone is trying to convince their girlfriend not to leave. I want you to watch yourself explain this away and have that.
So he's not going to tell us. He's not going to tell us.
Well,
We have to just make it up in our head. So for all of you out there, you now get to fill in the blank what you don't like about CrossFit. I'm going to summon all of you and say something, and all the non-playable characters are going to hear it, and it's just going to be A, but you get to fill in what A is. I didn't get my t-shirt when I signed up for the open one year. I was upset that my gym wasn't open when their hours on their website said they'd be open. Hey, dude, we all go to Amazon and click the 1-star reviews, and we hate all of you who wrote my package came torn or it came late. Like, fuck you. That's not what the reviews are for. I don't give a fuck that the fucking Nintendo game you ordered for your kids came 3 days late. Go fuck yourself. I don't care if your condoms came late you ordered for Amazon. I want to know if they worked and they stopped your bitch from catching a hot load. Were you going to say something, Sousa?
No, I was just looking up the word that Captain Rogers said.
Oh, what'd he say?
This is ponderous.
He used a word. He used a crazy word. Do I need to remind you?
Ponderous.
Yeah.
This is Oh, what's it mean?
Slow and clumsy because of great weight, dull, laborious, or excessively solemn.
Sounds like is he describing Mitchell Hooper?
Yeah, I think that's what happened.
Excessive weight and dull. And God, hey, dude, Josh, it didn't do you any favors to use fucking Mitchell Cuck Hooper as your fucking poster child. He's another one too, just a fucking dog whistler.
You're probably best friends.
Just making shit up, dude. Just making shit up. All you're doing is summoning all the fucking woke idiots in the room because they're gonna fill in the blank. You're saying we don't trust them, and then now everyone gets to fill in their own blank of what they don't trust CrossFit about. You ain't got no fucking point. You just throw you in the pile of the fucking rest of the haters. Do you not trust the fact that they don't judge Danny Spiegel good enough because she doesn't squat below parallel and gets reps? Like, what is it? And put it in relativity and context compared to other organizations people deal with day in and day out. Is it more or less than the trust that they have with them? I know J.R. Howell sure as fuck doesn't trust the public works in his town when his gym floods, that they're going to help pay for it.
Yeah, that's true.
Facts.
I know Matt Souza doesn't trust the honesty around the tax code in Livermore and the fairness to local businesses.
Definitely not.
It's fucking so annoying.
And they're not willing to sacrifice more of their time and money to see if CrossFit finally gets it right. Watching your video, honestly, it looks like someone is trying to convince their girlfriend not to leave. I want you to watch yourself explain this away and have that.
Well, it looks like you're just making shit up, Josh. No, it doesn't look like it. You're just making shit up, Josh, with just vagaries. You can't land on anything. You haven't said one thing yet.
Analogy in your head. CrossFit has been the abusive husband or boyfriend for years and years and years. The wife's finally had enough. She's trying to leave.
Say it again, Caleb.
Why is it always the husband and boyfriend?
Yeah, good point.
She could be abusive too.
So how about just one thing that CrossFit's been abusive about, Josh? Just mention one. Like, what are you talking about? The fact that they said that they went against raising affiliate fees when people were supposed to be grandfathered in. How about dropping that one? How about just one? How about just one thing so that we can actually know what you're talking about? Oh, but it's in Hiller's video. I didn't want to recoup it. I wanted to keep it short. I know you have lots of excuses. I get it.
And you are considering.
If everybody stopped pulling
What's going on here?
themselves out and they could look at this objectively, which I'm trying to do, and say, oh, better judging. Oh, we understand why there's no semifinals because nobody wants to go watch the people who work out in their garages all day. And yes, that's also CrossFit's freaking fault because the media team is gone. That's a Greg Glassman issue. He fired the media team. But if instead of looking for the negative in everything, which is what everybody assumes that I do, for 3 freaking seconds, think about what Mitchell Hooper could have done with 300,000 of his followers, making a video more similar to mine, saying things like, oh, that's a money grab, but this is good. And instead of having 300,000 people sign up, you have 500,000 people sign up. And then the prize pool is $10 million. And then
when you watch that, man, it sounds like being like, please, baby, don't go. Oh, we're going to have better judging this time. Oh, look, we're going to do it this way. I know you've been telling me to do it, but we're really going to do it this time. I know that I screwed up and I know I fired the media team, but honestly, baby, just stay. And if you stay and we implement these things, it's going to be so much better. And so many more people are going to sign up. And then if more people sign up, then we'll make even more money and it'll grow and it'll grow and it'll grow. And I love CrossFit as much as you do, brother. And I'm right there with you. I'm not going to jump ship Yet?
Why not? Why not? Why
Might
not?
as well, dude.
That's what. Hey, that's the only thing I want to know, Josh, from this whole video. I give you a pass on all the other dumb shit you did. All the fucking other nonsense. I have to fill in all the fucking blanks. I have to bring more to this video than you're giving me. I have to make so many presuppositions. I have to make so many assumptions. I have to fill in so many blanks. You're like a restaurant where I have to bring my own food, bring my own utensils, bring my own chef. But
I will say this.
why don't you leave, Josh? Why don't you? Just tell me that. That's the only thing I care about now. You could win me over right here. Your whole video makes sense. Why aren't you leaving now? Just tell me. Why aren't you leaving? How about that? Just tell me that. How about just give it just a tiny bit of yourself to the video? Just a tiny bit. Just give me a little bit of vulnerability. Just tell me. Give me something I can latch onto and judge you.
He owns an affiliate, right?
I don't know.
Oh,
He
because
does.
I was just confused. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. I was like, what do you? I'm
That's where,
confused.
that's where Haley went.
There's just so much conflation between, like, I don't know. Is he talking about specifically the sports side of stuff in the games? Is he talking about the company as a total? Is he upset with the affiliateship? Like, what's
he would tell you. His response would be, "Hey, you got to go back and watch Hiller's video. I'm referencing it. It's a response to Hiller's video."
So then he's talking about the sport.
I guess. I don't even remember Hiller's video.
Me neither.
What the fuck is this guy talking about? This guy doesn't know what he's talking about. Imagine your wife walking around the house just yelling at you for how mad she is, and you would just be like, can you tell me why you're mad? But she won't tell you, and you don't know. And then she says,
"No."
Yeah, and then she says, if you don't fix it, I'm gonna leave. That's what he's saying. I'm really close to leaving you. You're like, all right.
That, you know what? He sounds like an abusive boyfriend.
Yeah. You're the abusive.
He's just gaslighting all of us.
If you don't fix it, I'll leave. For doing it.
Yeah.
The issue is that lots of people have just finally had enough, and they're like, "Yeah, no, I hear that you're going to change. I've heard that before. I've heard that things are going to be better. We're going to have a more consistent season. You're going to take care of the athletes. We're going to do this, that, and the other. You just let me down too many times. I can't stick around and hope."
If you're here for the sport, if you're here for what they call the sport, you should just leave. If you're here, you're like, the reason why you should be here is because that there's gyms and you can go to them and you can be with like-minded people and you can go somewhere where there's people who will keep you personally accountable and you can learn to take personal responsibility to eat well, move well, have consistency, and then there'll be a stopwatch component to where you can compete against the people in your class and or yourself and check your times. That's it. And if you want to, and then if you want to see who the people who are the best in the world at it, we have this thing called the CrossFit Games. And or you want to compare yourself to the rest of the community or do something with the homies, then you can do the CrossFit Games. But you don't have to. You can still just go to your affiliate, or you can just do it all for free, like most of us did back in the early days. For the first 3 years, we all just went to the website and we all did it for free. That's it. End of story. There's nothing you need from CrossFit. There's nothing you need trust. We all agree that there's going to be no more vision or growth or innovation coming out of CrossFit in terms of the repackaging of the methodology like Greg used to give us on a weekly basis. We understand that's gone. It's now done. Jesus has left the room and all we have is the Bible. And if you want to hang out with the Bible, you can. Other than that, dude, shut the fuck up. And if he is an affiliate owner, he needs to fucking he either needs to leave or sit down and meditate on what he thinks CrossFit is.
That you're going to change. It's not a season structure issue. It's not a judging issue. It's not even a money issue. At
Yeah,
this
I agree.
Point. It's a trust.
It's a Josh issue. We didn't agree with the summation. Trust.
He just posted another video as a response to the response of the response.
Nice.
Oh, did Hiller respond to him?
I think so. But there's another Josh
Trust.
Maria video, 6.5 minutes long.
Oh no, thank you.
Hey, I'm
That's
not
it.
fucking watching that shit.
Yeah,
I'm making a video.
I'd watch Hiller's response to him, but trust, dude.
I'm gonna.
Thank you, Mason Mitchell, Jesus Glassman. Yeah, yeah. I
Praise
mean, he's
the
left
Lord.
the room. He's not doing it. He's not giving us constantly very functional movement executed at high intensity. He's not giving us, we have a cure for the world's most vexing problem. He's not giving us the 5 buckets of death. He's left. He's doing something else. So you can stay if you like what there is. And then all the other stuff that's happening around it. Like, dude, Josh, let me give you a metaphor that's more accurate. You went to the car dealership where they have the most perfect cars ever, the safest, the most efficient, the greatest acceleration, the best deals, the friendliest staff. And now you're pissed because when you went there, it was raining. You were upset. And they didn't hand you an umbrella. You're upset that the balloon they gave your kid only lasted 2 days and not 3 days. It's completely irrelevant. Whatever trust you're talking about around whatever issue is not even relevant at all to fucking what's going on. You've just completely left the mark. You've outed yourself as like caring more about the judgment of there's 250,000 people doing fucking air squats in the fucking open, and you're worried because 5% of them got judged wrong. Who gives a fuck, dude? How about context and relativity and compare it to all the other sports out there? We're right in the fucking ballpark. You want to talk about deaths? We're the safest one ever. We have no peer. Nothing. Not running. There's nothing safer. Not even sitting on the couch. Yeah, you're upset because someone died driving one of the cars. That's the classic thing. These people are fucking upset that Lazar died and they want to fucking cancel CrossFit or they want to protest CrossFit. You drive in a car every single day where there's 100,000 avoidable deaths every single fucking day somewhere on the fucking planet. And yet you participate in that economy. It's like we deal with retards. I don't want to defend HQ. And then you fucking idiots in the comments who think I get paid from them. They fucking ruined my fucking life. Wah. I don't know if I can fight John Woolley anymore. I lost the ass pounding. Spent it all. Do you have any thoughts? Anything you want to chime in?
Yeah, I just don't. I wish like there was a little bit more focus on outcome from some of these people. Like I think it's a lot of the thoughts are pretty short-sighted because you have to remember that if whatever trust the games, you want them to run their event the way that you see it should be fit and ran or whatever as an athlete. But at the end of the day, like it doesn't. Unfortunately, it doesn't matter because there is no alternative. And if you could make money from this, if it could have been a sport from this, if there would have been an alternative, we would have already seen it. Basically, what we see right now is other companies that either take large sums of money from their parent company to run these things because they can't fund themselves, or the affiliates are subsidizing the game so the games could continue. I don't really see like, and I listened to the Spin Show from last Wednesday. And or from 2 days ago. Fuck, feels like forever. And Tyler made a really good point about why we need competition. But inside of the point that he was making, nowhere does it say we need to have this grand arena. Nowhere does it say rent out Dickey's Center. Nowhere does it say that we need to seclude the athletes in their warm-up areas and not have media or any of that shit, because I think that was the major downfall. It's like we thought we were cooler than we were. We thought people cared more than they actually do. We got way too high on our own supply of thinking people give a shit about watching other people exercise. And the truth is unless you build an ecosystem that cares about it, and then continuing to build that ecosystem that cares about it, the well dries up.
Hey, and I agree. And the competition will always fucking be there because there's always going to be a stopwatch. Even the Pilates class I went into, there's a door and people leave in and out. And even I'm competing with them. I'm like, well, at least I didn't fucking leave because it was too hot. And the thing is, too, if you de-affiliate, I respect the fuck out of you. Like, I have no issue with you de-affiliating. I have no issue with participating in the open. But there is, right now, there's no alternative. And it's not, and you guys are making it seem way worse than it really is.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, it's not worse at all. It's fucking great.
And it's funny to me too, because John got on his high horse on that show and started talking about the only reason he was there because of the competition and all this shit. Well, first off, that is the equivalent. Like when people say the marketing in Sebon, we've had this conversation, but when people go, CrossFit wouldn't be CrossFit without Rich Froning. It wouldn't be X without the games. It's like saying, well, I got vaccinated and I still got COVID, but imagine if I didn't have the vaccine.
Right.
That argument is fucking pointless. The second
Hey,
piece of
and
that,
anyway, if Rich wasn't there would have been someone else there. And if Matt wasn't there would have been someone else there. None of those people get credit. Now, don't get me wrong. Rich is a great ambassador. What Matt did was fucking super fucking cool. But there's always backfill in that spot.
Yep.
Always more than adequate backfill. Maybe we would have had someone even cooler than Rich. Maybe we would have had someone, even if Matt wasn't there, we would have had someone win it 12 times. Who the fuck knows?
and my argument is that imagine if we invested in 30 Gary Roberts and not invested in one Rich Froning at all.
Killing
So
the fat
now
man.
you
Right.
the episode series Killing the Fat Man.
Let me bring this up to speed. What you're referencing is John's thinking that CrossFit would never be as big as it was without the games. But the number one watched show in the entire history of CrossFit that's non-games material is Killing the Fat Man, over a fucking million views. And you're saying if we had 13 stories like that,
It's hard to separate. All I'm saying is that
very cheap to make. Very
if
cheap.
you would have leaned into that with the media and multiple people like a Gary Roberts from all walks of life all over the place, and we just put a ton of media on that. If you created game shows style stuff, who's going to be the biggest loser, that type of stuff using the CrossFit methodology, my bet is that we don't know what the outcome would have been with that marketing material versus a Rich Froning versus an Andy Thorstarter versus a Tia, right?
And you could have both. If CrossFit stopped doing the games, CrossFit Crash isn't going to stop doing competitions.
No, and
Or
they
if the games
shouldn't.
retracted, not even stop. Yeah, and they shouldn't. I agree. Yeah.
And they shouldn't. But listen, when you had Elon Musk, you could follow the framework of Tesla. What did he start with? The Roadster. Really expensive, exclusive, tip of the spear. You had to be, somebody to buy it. Then what was the next steps? He went to a broader market once he established the tip of the spear. So what our problem was is that we established the tip of the spear with the games and with our Rich Fronings and everything else. And then what happened is we didn't build the whatever the next car was, a Roadster X or whatever. We didn't start to move it down to something more mainstream. We just hung out at the top and tried to make it sound like we had, some big superstars. And we didn't. They just didn't matter outside of our bubble, right? Like take the top of any other mainstream sport. They can't go to a grocery store and walk around. How many times has Rich been stopped at a grocery store? Probably a lot in his hometown, but outside of that, probably not very many. And arguably, he's the most recognizable CrossFitter.
Couldn't have said it better. Anyway, so Josh, I do what you got to do, dude. But to me, you just sound like a whiny bitch. And for anyone who's confusing, I think the other problem is people conflating or misunderstanding what Hiller does. Hiller saying that Danny's not squatting below parallel or that Hippensteel's not locking his elbows out is not disparaging anything. It's not disparaging the sport. These are just facts he's pointing out. This isn't tearing anything down. We're lucky we have that. Do you think the NFL spends any time crying over the fact that people are out there talking about that their judges missed a call? Zero. No. So someone said Taylor's story is pretty wild. Let me see what's going on here.
Let me pull it up.
No, I got it. Mr. Starlink, I got it. Thank you.
Is with the National Institute.
It's the last one.
What's up, you guys?
Nope.
Happy Thanksgiving. Just
Hi, Taylor.
sitting here with the 200 plus machine conditioning workouts.
Okay. I hate machines.
In the program outline, it'll explain kind of the general nature of the workouts.
Okay. Thank you. What is this? No idea. Oh, yeah, that's a pretty funny story. Oh, what is this it?
No.
Athletes compete in Dubai Fitness Challenge. As many as 10,000 migrant workers from South and East Asia die every year in the Gulf. Oh, okay. Is that?
Oh, maybe a little bit, but he does have like a story where he's talking. Like it's just his face.
Please explain to me how you can boycott the CrossFit Open, the CrossFit Games, and CrossFit LLC as a company, claiming that they show a blatant disregard for human life. Meanwhile, you're competing at the Dubai Fitness Championship, where in the UAE, there have been numerous reports and instances proven of massive terrorist funding networks, the highest instances of migrant labor death anywhere in the world. Tens of thousands of people dying every year to build venues that you're competing in, because they're given wildly unsafe conditions and they're probably not even paid to build them. Women have far less rights in the UAE than they do here. It's just absurd to claim that you are not competing or associating with CrossFit LLC because of a blatant disregard of human life, and then you're going to go and make thousands and thousands of dollars off the backs of dead people in Dubai.
Holy shit, dude.
Woo!
Oh man.
I'd like to take a moment of silence to thank all of the dead Chinese children that helped build my iPhone. I just want you to know that I'm not proud of my, well, you get it. Do I need to say anything else? I don't even really mean it. Is that enough?
No, that's it. We get you.
All right, good. All right.
Now we'll fill in the blanks. It's fine.
Oh my God. Think globally, act locally. Jake Chapman, I don't even know what this says, but I know it's good because it's dear female athletes. Jake Chapman, dear athletes with vaginas. If you want to get yourself a new 50,000 followers, post a video of you accidentally farting when you lift. Oh. I'm signing up for Sentinel training immediately.
Boom.
Incredible. Honestly, someone has to pay somehow. Did everything. Nothing is free. Thank you, Carlos.
Yeah.
Accidentally. We got to get a C Malhotra on.
Yeah. You see Jay Bhattacharya? His nomination and stuff?
Yeah, it's awesome, right?
Yeah.
I want to pivot back to penises, unless you want to say something more about Jay.
No, that was it.
Back to penises. This is fucking crazy. You know, if I was Mexican, I would be totally insulted. But this is kind of the nail in the coffin. I guess Mexican men have small penises. Oh shit! Accidentally clicked on a rogue ad. Back to penises. Okay, here we go. This is from BuzzFeed. Tanya Chen. This is from 2017. Mexico City officials have installed temporary penis seats on a subway car in an effort to bring more awareness to men of the sexual harassment of women often face in on public transportation.
Huh?
They've made a seat. Do you
What the
fucking see
fuck?
that thing?
Yeah.
They've made a seat with a tiny Mexican penis on it.
And that's so that
Oh,
if
that's
you sit on
Asian
it, you feel it or something, and that's gonna help bring more awareness to chicks that are feeling other dudes' wieners
Yeah,
on them.
That's way above average size.
There's a logic to it that's just crazy. The seat has a protruding mold of a man's torso and penis and includes a sign that reads "exclusively for men." It was designed with the intent for men to feel discomfort while sitting on them.
Why the
And
fuck would
children
they
to
do
ask
that? Okay.
questions. Is this real or is this like an art exhibit that some whatever person put on there?
Dude,
At least
I
they got
wish-
the man titties, right?
how by the way, that's what my body looks like. See, like those just fucking muffins on the side, just those love hands, just like that. It's like that. It's like it's my mold with fucking Dave's dick. My body with Dave's dick. That's supposed to make men like not want to rape women.
Just so they understand what they're doing when they do it.
Wow.
Eden Beaver, are you gay if you get a chub while sitting there?
No, it's a natural.
Oh my God. It makes es molesto viajar aquí, pero no se campaña con la violencia sexual que sufren las mujeres en sus traslados cotidianos.
Nice job.
Thank you. This is so necessary, especially in Mexico City, because riding the train there is scary.
Mm.
Well, it's
You won't get shot there, but you might get probed.
Wouldn't it be funny if in the weird ironic twist as most of those policies go, it just actually found that there was more penises on those trains because it encouraged and helped people give permission to show theirs in real life because of the fake seat one? That's like all that shit, right? And then they're like, actually, we installed those seats and we realized that sexual harassment tripled
Increased,
on the train.
What a twist.
Yeah.
Hey, but not a stretch.
Hey, it's crazy that they got that time and money in Mexico when the fucking cartel runs their whole entire shit, huh? They're
Right.
worried about that shit on the bus when, you know, all the women that are being trafficked through and out of Mexico right now into the US isn't a concern. But yeah, you had dollars to allocate to fucking make a seat with a penis on it. Like, sequencing, buddy. Sequencing.
Hey, I'd love to know how much that cost.
Way more than necessary. Government spending. It could have cost them fucking a banana and a piece of duct tape, but instead it was fucking a $500,000 mold.
This frustrates me a lot of bit. Imagine if they stopped. Is there a good comment? The seat is that
Jake.
seat is the CrossFit Games. Imagine if Hitler was like halfway through burning all the Jews and he's like, you know what? This is bad for business. This is all this. This is bad for business. This is causing inflation because we're losing cheap labor. I'm going to stop doing it. Imagine if the reason you stopped burning Jews was like just because it was bad for business.
Bad for the environment. They realized all the gases.
Yeah, exactly. Something like that. Exactly. Oh God, fuck. Okay, let's stop killing them. It's bad for the climate. Yeah. Whenever I hear the Democrats say stuff like, "Hey, why did we lose the election? Maybe we need to move more towards the center." It's like, or like what? Like, why don't you just stick with your values and morals and just be yourself? That's why Kamala can't go on Joe Rogan, because she can't be herself for 3 hours.
She doesn't have. We don't know herself.
She can't be like, hey, yeah, of course fucking men in jail should get to switch to women. It's the only civilized thing to do. Do you want them to be tortured their whole life? Of course they should. And once they're women, it's perfectly fine for them to go to female jails. And if other women get raped, that's the cost we have to pay. That would be like an honest, like just being honest. And
Yeah.
if you don't see that, you're a scumbag. It's okay if a few women get raped.
My counter argument would have been like, they're just gonna rape dudes on the other side anyways.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that'd be great. Oh yeah, you should work for the Kamala campaign. And so when I see, I don't like all these companies that are getting rid of DEI are fucking Mark Zuckerberg now, like switching because it's bad for business. Like, fuck you. Like, that's not shifting. That's like, you are a racist, homophobic, pedophilia supporting, mental health codependent, like all the worst things about, you want surgical interventions done on people who have fucking mental health issues. You're okay with accepting pedophiles. You're okay for hiring people based on their skin color, but it was bad for business. So now you're shifting. No, fuck you.
Yeah.
Corporate America got lost, and then it took a huge lesson down from Anheuser-Busch on Bud Light. We teach that in business schools now. A complete combination of idiot management and the inability to read the room. And America's clearly decided on this issue. And for the boardroom not to be sensitive and understand what's going on out there, they get punished at the store level. Target's a great example. Wow, when they got in that whole gender identity stuff, they got slaughtered, and they still haven't come back. What mother wants?
Would you want, if they stopped killing Jews because they said it was bad for the climate? Would you be like, would all the Jews be like, okay, let's go visit Germany, it's safe now?
No, but the Americans would be like, all right, let's wear Chanel.
Yeah, right. It's so disappointing.
To take their kids there and get into gender identity on underwear.
They never really said sorry.
It doesn't matter. The market did it for them.
Sure.
Yeah. Now I'm glad the market made a statement, but man, like she nailed it. They never said sorry. They never said, oh shit, we are bigots. We're going to bigot training child molestation school.
It crushed.
Hey, Trish, you are a fucking cunt. You are a fucking cunt. I come here just to hear the regurgitations of the Joe Rogan podcast. I don't even fucking watch Joe Rogan, and I'm fucking light years ahead of him, so go fuck yourself. Fucking bitch. Get the fuck out of here. I'm done with you. Fucking moron.
Tris is on timeout.
Them. And I think they should get the whacking stick out. If I were on that board, I'd find out who put that policy in place and a whacking and a hacking. You got to start punishing stupidity at the management level. That is how you solve for this. That's how we used to do it 20, 30 years ago.
So why the management level? Why not just get rid of, why the management level? They're just fucking, they're scared. They're just following orders.
Yeah, I don't know why he said the management level. It for sure should have been the executives. Anybody who had a call, anybody who had the decision-making power to approve those things should have all been fired.
Yeah, what, like, I work at fucking Carhartt and I fucking have 4 kids at home and they're telling me I have to fucking get the injection and I should be punished. No, it's the Todd Medleys, the senior management at fucking Noble that should have their fucking asshole pounded.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they should definitely be held accountable.
Extreme ownership, I think, for Mr. Wonderful, that's what he means as management.
Yeah, probably. I mean, he's not a dumb. So.
Anyway,
and it isn't that funny too. All it shows too that all those companies don't have any background.
The $6 million banana.
Yeah, duct tape and a banana.
Duct tape and a banana goes far. But it just shows that those companies don't actually have any like moral ground that they're standing on at all. All they're doing is whatever the populist thing is or whatever they're being pushed down from, you know, their major investors of the company, the people that own the companies. And it's just it's hilarious how you just see it change tides so much, but people will jump on it thinking like, oh, this company is morally superior. They understand me, and this one's morally bad because they don't. Well, the major difference is there is at least you're hearing one person's like actual opinion on something versus just a populist view to where you don't even know what is right or wrong anyways. You're just going with whatever like socially is going to get you the most acceptance inside of your own group. And we've seen parents go to the absolute extreme to that. You know, you get this pediatrician that had the kid that the dad lost custody in Texas because she wanted to transition and was transitioning one of the kids, and the father didn't want to allow it.
Scary.
And so he lost custody of his children. But that pediatric doctor that was doing all of that isn't actually using any logical or sound thinking to do that. I bet you it's very clouded by the social clout that she is getting and the acceptance that she's getting. Not only that, but we're still in this phase where we just fucking love victims. It's a race to the bottom. So not only does she get to play the whole entire, like, I'm at the top of the DEE spear, but I'm also a victim because look at what the bad man over in Texas is doing because he's not letting me do what's right for our child. And so it's just crazy when you actually think about that. But I don't think a lot of the people even understand that they're doing that because they're so subconsciously programmed just to kind of move with the sway of the social thing that their biggest fear isn't actually death. It's just being outcasted from their group.
Hey, and by the way, it says it's in Texas, but it's a California judge.
Right.
A California judge dealt a devastating blow to Texas father in this year's long fight to stop his ex-wife from allowing their preteen son, who identifies as a girl named Luna, to receive gender-affirming care. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
It's crazy.
I can't imagine someone taking my son and fucking from me and doing that. I don't know. Something horrible would probably happen.
And I mean, this may sound extreme or like over the top, but like you want to bring order and you want to bring accountability. You take some of the people that have been corrupt and bringing harm to children in the public, you know, creating policies or doing different things like this. And, you know, you bring back a public hanging, and I bet you it stops significantly. But it's a double-edged sword because then they're going to hang me for having the idea. And
good point. Yesterday, I was at Thanksgiving and I had a bunch of family and friends over, and I was looking for the article about the largest malpractice settlement. You know, the guy whose penis stopped working, he has to sit down and pee. We started the show with, and I didn't want to pay for the money to read the Miami Herald article, so I was reading the story from Newsweek. I found it there also, and someone in the room said, I don't trust any of Sevon's stories or his news sources. I send him articles from the New York Times all the time, and he says he doesn't have a subscription to that. Like the New York Times was some sort of valid piece of fucking journalism.
It's the only one. It's the only valid piece of journalism there is.
Wait.
Wow, Caleb, what's going on?
You gotta turn on the heat, dude.
Does your wife know she's there?
Yes.
Yes.
That's awesome. I didn't even know you got to see other people.
only once a month. They let me out of the fucking pen.
Sabbatical.
Caleb's here during his refractory period.
It's starting to come back here soon. It's been
time to go.
Too long.
All right. Do you think my haircut looks like? Do I look like an owl to you?
Ooh.
No.
Ooh.
No, you look good.
All right. Anything you guys want to say? Any fine? Oh, we have a show tonight with today's the debut of mine and Hiller's new YouTube channel.
Really?
Yeah, I would love to tell you guys what it is. I don't know what it is. Hiller's like, no, let's just make people find it on their own. I'm like, no, let's like promote it on our own shit. He's like, no. We're here just for the subscribes and likes, but I can't fucking tell you where our show's gonna be tonight.
I think that's gonna create more hype.
Fucking, I hope he knows what he's doing. It's gonna be fucking like just me, him, and Lauren Khalil watching.
Put do like little breadcrumbs, you know? Lauren Khalil.
Breadcrumbs?
I mean, she's obligated to watch my show since I'm the only one who watches her show.
Hey, when I chatted with her at the games and I was like, you got to lean in super hard to the whole dating thing.
Yeah.
And just make every show about that. And I was looking for love with Lauren Khalil.
Yeah.
And
oh my God.
I was giving her so many ideas. I was like, you should take the most, what you should do is go online on like Monday and be like, all right, guys, we're going to scroll live on the show through my Tinder, whatever the app is used, right? And then let the show pick some of the dates, do some of the messaging like live so the audience has a part of it, then go on the actual date and then do this, or maybe like two of them, right? And be like, okay, the one candidate we picked, this is what happened, this is what happened, this is what happened. And
if you see a micro penis, let us know.
Dude, that show would crush.
Dude, the Mac update has like a screen mirroring, so you can just like pull up your screen on a computer, so she could just stream.
Yeah.
She could pull it up on her live stream and then just scroll through, swipe left, swipe right. What do we think? To go through the whole fucking thing. It would be perfect.
Hey, listen, if she ever goes live and you have my personal phone number, anyone out there, text me. I do not want to miss a live show. I'm like, anytime like I think I missed it, like someone will be like, oh, Lauren posted this or this. I'm like, fuck, what? Someone send a link to the chat. I wonder, she doesn't schedule them, right? Let me just go see on her.
No,
I don't know. Good question.
Oh, Lauren.
She was getting some shit when she collabed with Kelly Slater on that tactical games stuff she posted.
Oh yeah,
like blasting her for posting.
I would have gone in and fucking ass pounded people for blasting her, but I was too late to the game.
I got in there a little bit. It was kind of fun. People were big Ukraine supporters on there, and then just like, what the fuck do you think is going to happen to Ukraine if they didn't have an international?
Oh yeah, I saw that post of yours. That was good.
Dipshits.
Okay, so it's been 3 weeks, so she's due. That's what I mean. It's like waiting for a fucking Mac release for me. Do you know what I mean? Like you know it's coming, but what new equipment is Apple going to release?
Dude, I'm sending you guys something that I just saw in real time. This is incredible. It's going to be in our text thread, the show text thread. Probably don't pull it up, but you guys could be the decision makers of that.
Oh, shit. I thought he was dead.
Nate Robinson? Nate?
No.
Dude, are you in our thread? Just
Art
the
on,
me.
baby. Fuck, that's crazy.
What a guy.
What a
Where
just
do
a
I see
stud,
it?
dude.
Is it all those text messages?
No, dude, it's in mine and yours and Caleb's thread. The little avocado one.
Oh.
The little avo one.
Holy shit.
Wow, dude.
Pedro's comment's amazing.
Already.
I'm gonna share this in my stories.
Holy shit, dude. What does that even mean?
What hard launch?
No. Are they moving in together?
It's just yeah, it's
No.
just like a forever sleepover. It's fine. It means nothing. You just sleep in this same house together.
Hey, dude, that dude's never fucking popped up in my even though I follow him, he's never popped up in my
Me
'Cause he
either
never-
until that one.
He doesn't he's never on there. He doesn't do that.
Wow. 7
He
minutes
probably
ago.
had to-
Already liked by Colton Mertens.
Damn.
Thinking of a good comment.
Wait, when's the last time he posted before that? 18 weeks
like
ago. Jesus Christ.
Fucking a year ago. Yeah. Mm.
Oh yeah, that chick's
Mm.
granola too.
So granola, dude.
She is?
Oh yeah, look at her.
For sure.
Look at her gram. Good job.
I know.
Sir.
Great work,
He did,
dude.
I know. He did good.
Whale
Look,
we are talking
Great
about.
work, dude.
look how happy he is.
I'm just gonna
Man.
comment. Well done.
Hey, if you guys want to know what we're talking about, you have to wait till fucking Jenny's update.
Wow.
I'm sure she will find this and wow, that's huge.
Absolutely nothing wrong with granola, Kenneth. Nothing wrong with granola.
Hey,
Good for
that's
you.
like
dude.
our buddy grew up. He grew up right before our eyes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's a real man now.
Wow.
He's a real boy.
Look at it. Is that his house too? He's got like a wreath and a pumpkin and all.
Fuck yeah, it's his house.
God,
He's a baller, boy.
he's so domesticated.
Yeah,
I think he did all that work on the house himself.
correct.
So he like that's pre
Yeah,
pre woman
He set that pumpkin. Oh, so he was nesting. He was building a nest.
for sure.
Feel the
Wow.
dreams, baby. If you build it, they will come.
Wow.
She.
Caleb correcting Matt Souza on his pronouns. Very quite apropos, I must say. All right. I'm sorry I didn't get to play with Woolie's little peanut today. I'll play with it soon. Tonight, 7 p.m. Be there, be square. We begin our movie review show.
Dang.
I have to sit down and I still have one season left of what's that show called? I'm watching Dexter.
Dexter. Such a good show, dude.
Okay, so trim your pubes if they carry water. Buy
Mhm.
some Matuthian. Paper Street Coffee's having a crazy sale. Like your own posts.
Higher
Self-love.
mathematics.
Don't if you're gonna make posts about commenting Hiller, actually say refuting something Hiller said. Actually say something.
If you're gonna boycott thinking companies kill people, then you should probably boycott the biggest company that kills people, Dubai.
Yeah,
all the companies.
I'm just gonna play this. I think I'm gonna play this one more
Roger
time. Let's play this one more time.
Please explain to me how you can boycott the CrossFit Open, CrossFit Games, and CrossFit LLC as a company, claiming that they show a blatant disregard for human life. Meanwhile, you're competing at the Dubai Fitness Championship, where in the UAE, there have been
See Josh Murillo, how he's actually saying stuff and he's pointing stuff out. He doesn't even have to put it on the line. Taylor would probably be the first one to go to Dubai. He's not even saying. He's just putting out the facts. Josh, you see that?
been numerous reports and instances proven of massive terrorist funding networks, the highest instances of migrant labor death anywhere in the world, tens of thousands of people dying every year to build the venues that you're competing in, because they're given wildly unsafe conditions and they're probably not even paid to build them. Women have far less rights in the UAE than they do here. It's just absurd to claim that you are not competing or associating with CrossFit LLC because of a blatant disregard of human life, and then you're going to go and make thousands and thousands of dollars off the backs of dead people in Dubai.
And so what's interesting there, what Taylor's saying is like, how can you reconcile these two things? How can you reconcile the fact that you don't even know the facts around Lazar's death? You know for sure he didn't just drown from natural causes. No, that's never happened to like a 22-year-old man in still water, or 29-year-old man who's a great swimmer. That's never happened once on planet Earth. No one's ever just drowned unless they didn't know how to fucking swim or something happened to them. Like no one, like you don't just drown. Something happened. We still don't know what happened. And yet you want to take all these actions around CrossFit. But Taylor's not making up any shit. We know exactly what's happening over in Dubai. There's nothing made up. We know why it's happening. We know how it's happening. We know what the outcome is. We know what the effects, the good, the bad. And yet you'll
that for
jump
years.
Yeah. And yet you'll jump right in there with them. Now, he's not saying he's above that, but he's trying to figure out, how do you reconcile that? How do you reconcile it? It just seems, I think it's a fair question. All right. Love you guys. Thanks. See you guys tonight. Caleb, doesn't have to be said. Have a great day, buddy. Pace yourself.
I will.
Souza, always good to see you. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. Hopefully I can drag these guys in here again tomorrow morning. Love you guys. Bye-bye.